Hello, welcome to the End Puppet. Here with my co-host, Absolute.
Hi, my name's Absolute. I am a full-time student by day and streamer and commander of D3 by night.
And I'm your host, Fluffyexe. I'm a full-time tech engineering student and commander of House Longbow. And we're here with our guest, Riptide.
That's, you muted yourself still.
I forgot to unmute.
Got to unmute your forehead and threw it 3 times.
Me this time! Yes! Yes.
I couldn't find TeamSpeak. There we go.
We prepped him. Okay, chat. Fair. We prepped him for this. We did chat. We warned him.
We did.
Nah.
Okay.
A what?
Hey, to be fair, I'm always here, and I always fuck it up, so...
Oof.
Every week I have to watch through the video.
Yeah, every week he has to watch us mess it up, every single time.
This is programmed now. Riptide, introduce yourself.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm the YouTube editor and manager for DI. About it.
There you go.
Do I have to go super into detail into everything I do, or is that good enough?
I think that'll be alright. We have a question bit for guest segment.
You know what, Kurt? Fair points, fair topics, but we don't talk about DI stuff usually.
Yeah.
This is chill and talk about tech things.
Pandachi, you got a request for you, Riptide? You wanna open up with that, or you wanna save that for guest zone?
We can save
Save that for guest zone. Alright.
We can either do that.
Let's save guest zone, dude.
Info dump. We can get
No, we got a guest zone.
Beatbox in here.
Nah, I'm good.
No. I think
that chapter of my life's behind me. But alright. Let's go ahead and start the week off the way we always do, with a nice little bit of story time.
Oh boy.
Starting out with this week with GTA 911. I was happy with this title. So, opening up with this article this week, Florida man steals ambulance after being released from hospital, deputies say. This man, identified as 25-year-old Michael Paul, took the empty Broward Sheriff's Office fire rescue ambulance around 6:30 p.m. from Broward Health North, according to WFOR-TV. Deputies told the news the station ambulance had been left running, something rescue workers do rarely to ensure ambulances are cool and ready for patients who might need them. So this guy is released from the hospital, and the first thing he says to himself is, man, I'ma steal an ambulance. I don't know whether to respect that, or just think, man, why'd you steal an ambulance?
Alright, straight up, that's like 30 minutes away from me.
Dude! Okay.
So what we're saying is that this is actually, Riptide blamed it on this guy, and he's the one who did it. I think we can all agree on that. Riptide,
what are you
you
talking
horrible
about?
person, man.
Show us
terrible.
photographic evidence of your driveway right now.
Yep.
Nope.
Nope.
I'm gonna take my car real quick.
That's an hour from you? Dude. Florida's a weird place. Florida is such a weird place, man.
Oh yeah, I agree.
That's wild.
He was arrested and charged with Grand Theft Auto, driving with a suspended or revoked license. The dude didn't have a license, man. And violating a learner's permit.
He stole it.
Violating a learner's permit. Hold up, no. Violating a learner's permit.
Wait,
he had a learner's permit.
At 25-year-old?
25?
What?
How does that work?
Well, now we know why he had to steal it. Nobody has a license in
You're
Florida.
not gonna help your learner's permit. They're gonna look at you and be like, he's not learning the right things, so he can't give him a license.
I love. Okay, Fluffy. Tell me. Hold on. Preface. What are you learning when learning the right thing is stealing the ambulance, bud? What are you learning? Where that's the right thing.
Saying. What are you learning? You're learning how to steal an ambulance. What do you mean? Like, I'm sure there's a lot of
Panachi
in there.
You have joined the Hall of the Gods.
Hey, Paul. 3 months.
There we go.
Nice.
Yeah, no, you're learning how to steal an ambulance. Like, isn't that just kind of...
I don't feel like that's ever going to come in handy. I don't care what you're doing.
Look, I feel like in certain circumstances that could come in handy.
I feel like you're
legal
wrong.
ones.
Hey, you can skip all the traffic, just saying.
You can skip all the
traffic. If you can steal a car... No, it's not only just stealing an ambulance. It's stealing a car. Like, there's some...
Alright, I asked out the
just
ambulance. You don't need to change the semantics. Okay, bud. Alright, moving on from our weekly Florida Man article, we have our next article, When Moose Fly. Alright.
Where's this at?
Florida to the mystical Canada.
No, Alaska.
Actually, it's Alaska.
Good job.
But, you know.
Good job.
That's rude.
All right, so Supreme Court rules Alaska man can hunt moose on hovercraft.
Wait, what?
Did I choose
This
this
is
just for the
great.
absurdity? Yes.
this
All
article
right.
is beautiful.
Wait, why did this
So-
get to the Supreme Court?
How did it get to the Supreme Court?
Just
Yeah,
America. America. You gotta love them.
Honestly, that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah, he has to win what?
What?
Yes. All right. The Supreme Court on Tuesday ruled unanimously that an Alaska man may use a hovercraft while hunting moose on public land. That's already a trip, and I love it. The National Park Service had barred John Sturgeon, also a weird name, from hunting with the amphibious craft on section of river that ran through national conservation areas. In its decision, the High Court ruled the Park Service could not enforce that ban. How did it get this far?
He fought for his rights.
He fought my right
Yeah,
to
he
hunt
fought for
moose
his
on my
rights.
hovercraft.
Uh,
Prime Sub is
I
available
feel like
today.
this is
It
I feel like
lied.
this is
Feels
the
bad,
title
Asian.
that we're gonna hear, like we would hear in the future, not right now. I just want to hunt on my hovercraft.
Okay, so writing for the majority, Justice Alina Kagan, I'm gonna go with Kagan, agreed with Sturgeon that Alaska's national river is not public land and is thus exempt from National Park Service regulations under the Alaska National Interest Lands Conservation Act. So it was because it was, hey, DI Aries, thank you for the 1050 bits, my dude.
Ooh,
Damn.
Big pog.
coming in hard
You got
again.
the hard kappa too. That's how you properly use one, Fluffy.
He has 2 accounts.
Look, why are you like this?
But I think it was because it was a Conservation Act, which is under Supreme Court rulings. So technically
Yeah,
it's that.
no, that makes sense. That it was
So-
like with the national park, so like that makes sense. What-
Okay, so
like,
here's my favorite part of this so far. The ruling means Sturgeon can again rev up his hovercraft in search of moose, Kagan wrote. So many better things to do in your life. And you choose to hunt moose on a hovercraft.
Why not?
I mean, yeah, honestly, that's the life, isn't it?
Good job.
Isn't that just like
Good job. Live your
I feel like
life.
that's just the life.
Live
yeah.
your life, boo. Girl.
Do what you want to do.
Think about it from the moose. From
don't-
the moose's perspective.
You can do anything. I don't think you can do anything better in life. Debatable, big cat. I'll say debatable.
From the moose's
But-
perspective.
From the moose's
thinking-
perspective.
You're thinking it's
You're
just gonna
going.
be a guy. No, it's a giant hovercraft that flies right
No,
over you.
He's like he's floating right over.
I love that you think a moose knows what a hovercraft is.
It doesn't, but
Nah, the moose are gonna start thinking people fly, dude.
It's
We move much faster than we actually do.
Do you mean we
and
moose?
We're not affected by terrain. No, I don't mean that we moose. That's not what I mean.
Come on, man. Antler up.
I can't do that.
All right.
topic.
That'll be it for this week's section of story time. And as Gus said, we do have a guest on this week, a little bit of a rarity for us. We are going to move right on into our guest zone, featuring Riptide, our resident guest for the day. Wait, Maycat, in 2 years, we're going to see flying moose taking over the U.S. All right, let's be fair.
They're gonna take
Let's
the
be fair. They
hovercraft.
take Canada first. Population, just saying. Saying.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe we can make friends with them.
But we are
Or
going to
just-
ask our nice little guest here, Riptide, a few questions about what he does, who he is, and why we want to kind of have him on the show.
I don't have the link of what you wanted to ask.
Are you ready
me.
for it? It's in the same place with everything else is, bud.
Ah,
All right, Riptide, you ready for your
guys,
questions?
We're so
boy.
used to having.
You ready for
guests
these
on the
questions?
show.
Am I? I don't know.
All
Let's
right.
hope.
Well, let's get right into it. All right, so question 1. Who are you? What do you do outside of DI?
All right. So, my name's Riptide.
Whoa. Whoa. Okay, slow
I
down.
know,
Slow
right?
down. Slow down. Okay.
It's too much.
My
It's
head
too
is
much.
Too much. I can't do it.
Honestly,
Can't do it.
I can't.
Alright, so I'm still in high school. I'm graduating. Like in 2 months, I'm out.
Same.
I'm out. Gonna go into uni.
Not high school.
And I'm let's see. I'm top 5 in the U.S. for beatboxing. And looping. Should I pull out my looper?
Let's go, Riptide.
Hey, Darius, thanks for the Oh shit, my mic! Let's go, Riptide. Ha!
I actually dropped my mic.
Oh!
So I use this machine to record a bunch of loops.
You want to kind of show off what that may sound like, Rip?
Oh my god.
Without breaking your mic, preferably.
Yeah.
Am I just beatboxing?
Yeah. Just
What do you want to do? Just show off what you want to do.
whatever you want to do. Honestly,
pause the
just,
monster
like,
cat
have
for
fun
you,
with
bud.
it.
There you
That's
go.
just lip rolls.
Yeah.
Little sample.
Yeah.
Hey man.
All right.
Yeah.
If
Let's see. What else do I do? All right. So I'm also in choir. Like what? A month ago, I was in National Honor Choir. Next to the best, like, choir singers, in both high school and college in the U.S. So that was fun.
Fog? Yeah. Yeah. I'd say so.
all right, well, a little bit about Riptide there. Let's go to question 2. What got you into beatboxing?
All right.
Seeing as you're
So I
number
remember-
5 in the nation, apparently.
And looping.
Looping.
I'll become champ this year.
I see. All right, let's see.
I believe, dude. I believe.
So I actually remember this. It was my 10th grade 2 years ago. I switched into choir class because I started taking choir lessons, not like voice lessons.
Vocal lessons.
Yeah, voice lessons. And then the teacher was just like, "Hey, does anyone beatbox? We're looking for a beatboxer." I'm just like, I can do. And then I also had that. So I was doing like really bad dubstep stuff. That was super weird. And then it got me into the group. And it wasn't until the end of that year that I discovered like the whole beatboxing scene. And I really got into it.
No, wow.
Yeah.
You didn't know about it at all, and you're like, yeah, I got
Yeah.
this.
Well, I'll start somewhere. So, what do you do? You said you were gonna go into question 3, kind of, but do you plan to go on to the tournament this year?
Oh yeah. I'm going to ABCs, which is the American Beatbox Championships.
Mm-hmm.
That's in November usually. What else is? And then there's
Weird
Beatbox Legends during the summer, and that's up in Atlanta, Georgia.
Aries, thank you
I
again for
need the #1 bitter
Aries
spot.
is just going at
more
it.
Number
baits,
one bitter
man. Where are you
spot.
getting these
Honestly,
bits?
You're
Please don't
really
steal
close
your.
to that #1 bitter spot.
Please don't steal your
If you
parents'
would
credit
have
card.
just been on one account.
Wait, Ion needs the crab. There you go, buddy.
There you go. We plan on going to both ABC and the Legends, you said, or was it?
Yeah, Legends.
All right.
Crap.
So let's go on to the next question. Bring back to our little guest here. Why are you part of? What makes you part of DI? Why do you enjoy being in DI?
My burrito just came in.
That's his food delivery. Along with being a beatboxer, he also has a servant to deliver him burritos in Chipotle. Honestly, I think we can all strive for that place in life someday.
Honestly, yes.
All right, why am I
Specifically
part of DI?
Chipotle, though. Like,
Do I go from like the beginning or?
No, just
Like-
why are you a part of it right now?
Go
Why do you
from-
want to
right
get
now?
where you are?
go from yesterday.
Well,
or
I'm the
weekend.
YouTube manager. I like doing that, and then I get stuff to edit. So I like editing as a hobby. So
There
gotta
you
take
go.
that up. That's about it. And then I like playing games.
I like playing games. That's
Yeah,
good.
you know
That's
what?
good
That
enough
one's a
answer. I like
bonus
that.
in a
That's
gaming
DI.
community.
No, I am
Yeah.
number 1. Hey, Aries, another 400 bits, dude. Thank you very
Damn.
much.
Dude.
Where are you getting these
Just
bits,
took
dude?
Dude.
Mighty
Number one
generous,
now.
man. Alright, so final question for our guest here today. What is a trait of yours that you would like to be identified by beyond anything else? Beyond anything else. Is that wrong?
Oof. I guess it would be flexible.
Flexible?
Like, I don't want to be. I don't want to seem like that strict guy. That's just like, right there, and it's like a pain in your butt. Like I
Oof.
can't be that person, but I don't want to be that guy.
Got it.
Yeah,
Alright,
So I
well,
want to
flexibility.
be flexible.
that's
Yeah,
you know,
around
that's
there.
respectable.
That's a
Like,
pretty good answer. It's flexible
actually,
even.
it's really good. Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
But that will be it for our guest zone. We will, of course, have Riptide on with us for the rest of the show. But thanks for answering our questions, man. All right,
Nice.
moving on to the next part of our segments. It is going to be Hot Games of the Week. These are games that we have been interested in or have been looking at recently, playing in any capacity. Things like maybe if we've been playing a lot of Overwatch, we'll talk about Overwatch. Riptide, he'll usually be talking about Satisfactory if we tell him not to. But we are going to start off this week with a new release that happened in the past week. Risk of Rain 2, a roguelike team shooter. It's quite a lot of fun. And I think we do have a video shot by... Do you have the video?
No, it's... no, that's the early access launch trailer.
Okay, well we can at least play this a little bit. This is a little bit of introduction for the game. So let me get this right over for you, chat. Excuse me for a second. You will see my mouse cat clicking on.
Don't worry.
Here you go. Let's bring this over here.
I am gonna go off about this game, Ion. Actually, I love this game.
All right, so I'm gonna pause music because I'm gonna have this play out for you today. Risk of Rain 2. So let's give a little description of this game, Fluffy.
So, are you playing the video right now?
Yep.
I can't really see stream. Okay. So, as you said, it's a roguelike team shooter. And it's really... It does it in an interesting way because you can do it by yourself as well. You don't have to do it with a team. Like the thing says, you can explore, you run around these different areas and everything. You fight a bunch of different mobs, a bunch of different monsters, that kind of thing. The longer you stay... Well, okay, so they have a lot of variants, but at the same time, like right now, as it is in early access, there's not as much as there will be in the future. And they tell you that in-game, because you have like a monster log and all that stuff to tell you what each thing is.
I was mistaken.
So, so it's very, like, it's different. And it's something that we've not, like, I've not really seen before. Personally, maybe there's other games like it out there, maybe there's games that are almost exactly like it out there. I've never seen one like it before. But I really, really do like this game. It's just like what you said. But you can do it by yourself. You can do it with friends. You can do it just like quick play style with a bunch of people. Yeah. The longer you play on a specific run, the harder it gets, no matter what difficulty you choose. It starts on like, it's like if you choose normal, it starts on. It's like the overall difficulty stays the same, but it gets like, yeah, it's sort of Destiny and Roblox combined. It's its own thing, plus it's like them, sort of.
Okay. So you
can
mentioned
see how
getting more
different the art style is.
difficult. Do you mean like, because there's different levels in this game that you go through, like you descend into the next portal through like these little gate zones after defeating the boss? Is that right?
So you go find the teleporter. The teleporter is like this altar thing. I probably showed it in the actual.
Yeah, it's right there under the boss. You can see it right there.
Yeah. So you activate that, and then the monster spawns. The boss.
Yeah.
You have to beat the boss, and then you go through, and you go to a new area. After you go to a new area, you do it again there. And the counter from how fast you went, like how hard it's getting, the tick thing, keeps on getting harder and harder. Like it stays how it is. So if you want to get through as many stages as possible, as fast as possible,
sorry.
then you're gonna want to do it.
Rip.
You're gonna want to do it quickly.
Oh my god.
Yeah, shut up, Rip. Sorry for your chat.
Riptide's gonna have to edit all of this, yeah.
A little bit.
I'm not editing it.
Oh well, yeah, that's fair. But yeah, so it's
Technically,
if you want to do it as fast as possible and get through as many as possible, you have to do it quick. You have to find them, you have to fight the boss and get through.
All right.
But the alternative is you can min-max and, grab a bunch of gear, that kind of thing. I don't know, it's really interesting, and I played way too much of it last night, actually.
I was actually trying to...
I was trying to get some footage for you guys to actually, watch, but I got home today because my internet's super, super slow. So I was like, alright, cool, I had to leave the house to go do some stuff, so I was like, alright, cool, I'll just upload it to YouTube during then, and I'll get back and we'll be good. It was,
Pranked.
It just didn't want to do it, so I was like, alright, cool, that's fine. So I had to throw this video up last second, and I was like, I hope this is good enough.
Oh, it did show us a little bit. Nice little... It's a new take on what roguelikes have been recently, which are just single-player games where it's built on variants and things, where it's still the same basic idea, but that is a Yeti, bud.
It's a Blue Yeti.
Blue Yeti. But it's built on variants and the idea of RNG with your gear and things like that. boss spawns and everything else, a little bit of variance, but it isn't out of early access yet, truthfully. But it is released to the public, so I'd recommend trying to pick it up if you could. It looks like it's going to be developing into quite a fun game. If anyone did realize Risk of Rain 1, it is literally what I think a perfect sequel should be, and then it improves on all the things that the basic game had, but also adds new ideas and new gameplay methods to the game, especially with adding that Z-plane instead of just X and Y.
Yeah.
All right.
Something about the game that gets kind of really like difficult in later stages is when it gets to the harder tiers, like the only thing that's really hard about it is more enemies spawn. It turns into like a 3D bullet hell, and it's terrifying.
That's fun.
Like, honestly. But at the same time, the harder it gets, whenever you go to spawn a boss to move to the next stage after you beat it, the more of them spawn. So instead of just having one boss spawn, 3 will spawn. And eventually getting to the harder difficulties, you'll have where like it's supposed to spawn common enemies, it spawns bosses instead. So you'll be fighting upwards of like 10 bosses at a time.
That's freaking rude.
It's absolutely nuts. But me and Ninja Hawk, I don't know if Ninja's watching this stream, but me and Ninja played last night, and we got through we almost made it like an hour and a half run. Just one run straight, playing for an hour and a half. For reference, after 40 minutes, you're at the hardest difficulty the game will get. But we got to an hour and a half, and the only reason it ended is because we got bored and we thought we unlocked a new character, so I stood in the middle of the enemies and let it die. Yeah, that was an experience. Yeah, it was. It really was. We played a lot. I ended up getting off at like 5 in the morning.
Wow.
You know, that's what I mean when I say I started like 8 p.m. yesterday, right? And then I played until like 5 this morning. Almost 12 hours of the game. Yeah.
Somebody say Roblox? No.
Roblox.
No. Alright. That is Risk of Rain. Pick it up if you can. It looks like it'll be an interesting thing, but do realize it is still in early access, so this is not the final product we'll see. But check it out again. Moving on to our next hot game of the week. Something that's been revitalized and completely rediscovered by both Twitch and content creators as a whole in the past week has been GTA 5 RP role-playing, for those that are not so informed. So, Rip, look, I'll pass you this one, bud. Have you seen any of this? You've been watching Young Dab, right?
Yeah, I've been watching
give a breakdown of what GTA 5 RP looks like.
Oh my god.
Give me the ideas.
So it's basically, you make your own character. You make your own background, you got it all. Then you get put into this world, you do whatever you want. You can become a cop, you can RP as a cop. And then if you're doing a cop, you actually have to file all the reports as they would do. Ooh. You have to do everything.
Wow.
Like in real life, but in GTA. I've seen people glitch the game out and like go somewhere else. So like they would enter a building, and then next thing you know they'll be in the desert and they'll act like they just tripped out on acid that whole time.
Okay, so you said it features a lot of real life things, like if you're a cop, you have to file reports. What makes it more interesting though? People might want to play that instead of just you know living a life of something weird, right?
That's so rude.
There's a lot more that can happen in a game.
Yeah.
And there's no risk basically.
So it's sort of like, yeah, you're playing D&D but GTA version.
Yeah.
All right.
Basically what it is. Everyone makes their
yeah.
So
everyone makes their own choices.
Other than a few higher channels, like let's say stuff like Let's Play from Achievement Hunter and things like that, GTA 5 has really kind of died off in content creation and mainstream view for the most part. So if people haven't noticed, by the way, I think it was Shroud who first rediscovered this and made it really popular again when he started streaming the GTA 5 RP because he was messing around with it one night. But it brings up the interesting idea of how games get, like our segment says, hot again by being simply exposed to the right platforms. I want to talk a little bit about that this week.
Well,
so
it's the same reason that like game developers have started sending, and they started this a while ago. It's not just now, you know. It's the same reason that they started sending Steam keys to their games to content creators, like popular content creators, maybe not even like super
he played
popular ones, but like
Was it true?
it's the same reason that they send their Steam keys out to, you know, content creators.
Yep.
It's literally like it's free advertisement. Not really free because you're, you know, giving them the game for free, but at the same time, like, you're giving them one game they get to play, unless they, you know, you sponsor them, that kind of thing. Sponsor the video, but
a little bit different.
Yeah,
but
that would be a bit different. But most of the time, it's just they send the you know, creator the content key, be like, hey, there's the thing. Play it on stream if you want. If not, have the game. You know, have fun.
Yeah, Shred's played it too, by the way, Rekko, for you asking.
Look at what's
I think a lot of people have jumped on.
But a lot of people jumped onto it. I don't remember if it was Summon or Shroud first, but it was one of the bigger streamers that jumped onto it and brought back into light.
The third highest viewed on Twitch right now.
Yep, and that was from
GTA's
it being
back.
Like really low down there, bud.
That's insane. Yeah.
Fortnite's back.
It's only beaten by Fortnite and League of Legends. Yeah.
Which is, you know, let's
League
not
is
lie.
a tournament right now, I think.
And Fortnite's Fortnite, so we can't really say anything about that. That just kind of happens.
I prefer Apex, but
yeah, same. But
I do too. But you know.
But it's an interesting idea to think about. The fact that this is a relatively old game. I think GTA 5. What was GTA 5's release year? Let me look this up.
2013.
Release date was back in 2013. It was 2013.
Yeah,
September 17th, 2013.
I remember buying it. I bought the game 3 times.
Why'd you buy it 3 times?
First time PS3. Second time PS4. Third time PC.
Wow.
That's $180.
It was released on PC on April 14th. It was released on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 September 17th, 2013.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was released on 2013. It's an older game by now. This is
I was like
it's
13.
Like it's not even for the next
5 years
gen
right now.
like consoles. It's not even for like the Xbox One and PlayStation 4.
But because people, it wasn't originally.
Well, I mean, like it wasn't.
It wasn't originally. Yeah.
Like it wasn't.
This was an older game.
It's
So because people have enjoyed this so much, and this is, if nothing else, it's a testament to the idea of a sandbox game. What that truly means in a sandbox game is that you can create anything. You can do whatever you want. It is a sandbox you build in. And having a community get behind it for this long, and because RPG has been around for a while, I think, but people are just now noticing it because big people get it.
Been around for
but
a long time.
The way they've shown it and the way that they've taken it to make the game their own game, rather than just doing the basic sort of storyline online that they had already, really just kind of shows how far people will go when they really do like the idea of doing something. So it's really cool to kind of shine a light on that and show just how cool and how developed this has really become. Like you said, they actually have a filing system for the cops. They actually have a prison system for those who get captured. They have a hotel system for when you need to stay a night somewhere. Everything's thought of. Everything's thought through.
Get a job. You can become a drug dealer or a truck driver. I played it as a truck driver.
I see. Truck driver. Is that what they're calling it?
Yeah.
Just another game though that has been sweeping. It's a craze that's sweeping across the nation, or at least the nation of Division 3, for where both me and Fluffy are home Division 2. Has been playing Minecraft, in fact, as of late.
Playing quite a bit of Minecraft. Yeah.
And Riptide has a bit to say about this too.
Oh my lord. I love Minecraft. I play. That's probably the most played game in my whole life.
He's in a Dota division, by the way.
It would easily be over 10,000 hours. It's not even up yet. Someone else has it. Yeah, that's
Dota, by the way. Dota player, by the way.
Yeah.
Dota
before
division.
Playing Dota, I played CS:GO, and before that, Minecraft.
I think we all had that though, you know.
Oh my god. I would host my own server with my friends, hosting like insane mod packs. And we just had one summer where all we did was play Minecraft.
That's the life,
you know,
man.
I actually can't say that that's not happened before with me and my friends. We just played Minecraft all the time. That's all we did.
I was
Mods
never
make
too
it
much
so much better.
That's what some of us are doing right now in 3. Alright. Yeah, dude. Fuck.
But we're on Minecraft. Another game where we want to talk about sandboxes. Well, Minecraft was one of the first popularized, like actually popularized sandboxes, got into mainstream media, was contested as an art form and even a learning tool in many schools, in fact, across North America. It really precedent and kind of showed gaming as a new thing. But it wasn't like that originally. It was originally just a survival game. It was based voxely, but because they opened up the elements to it and allowed people to mess with it, once again, build onto it, they got it back into relevancy constantly, over and over again. New mod pack, new something, new everything.
Yeah, and that was a big thing with it, was mod packs, because like the mod packs literally can change the style of the game in general, and it can change everything about the game. And I mean, what's better than to mod a sandbox, right?
Wait.
What if you can add a slide to your sandbox? I know the sandbox over there doesn't have a slide.
Mod it.
No. Yeah, exactly. Mod it.
your sandbox doesn't have a slide.
Mine does.
Mine does.
The castle.
Ooh, Christopher Walken. But I don't know. The idea of having games come back into relevancy in showing. Hey, AF Dragon, thanks for getting the poke out, man. Fluffy notified somebody else a little too earlier.
I let Draco know a little early, so that's on me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
But yeah, Minecraft is a great way to basically show how creative people can get, and GTA 5 RP is also in the same way, just how creative people can get to enjoy something that they truly love the basis of, and sort of develop things into a new form. And I really have been enjoying both watching Minecraft, oddly enough, recently again, and watching a lot of GTA 5 RP. Young Dab. Anyways. Young Dab, dude, I freaking love how far that's gotten.
Yo,
like, it's...
he has the SoundCloud and everything. It's beautiful.
That's insane.
It's hilarious, dude.
I got something else to mention about like games.
What do you want to mention?
Like, if you look at it, a lot of the games that really like come back or like stay for a while are really all modded in some form or way.
That's the thing, because like a lot of games have just high replayability in general, right? But it's the same content over and over again, if you are replaying it. Even games that have been super heavily popularized. Thank you.
Yep.
I know, camera freeze. Yeah. But even games that are extremely popular. But then if you're going to look at certain games like Skyrim. Skyrim came out in 2011. And it's still being like, re-released. It's still being...
Alright, let's not talk about re-release right now. I'm gonna that's a tangent for another episode.
Re-release doesn't...
I'll go off on that later. But let's stay away from re-release. We're talking about when it's being modded, when it's being changed by the community to allow for things to be reintroduced, made interesting again, simply due to it being something new and created by people that understand what's fun. And who can better to say what's fun than the people playing it very, very often.
Yep. It just shows a testament of how much the community can really love the game itself.
Yep.
And then wants to improve like it. Some people have like learned coding just through modding a game.
Yeah.
Yeah. And honestly, even like some devs they'll even put out there that like this is a good game, like they'll build their game just for modders and getting a modern community.
Think about
I mean, like that's how you keep your game alive.
Terraria started off as a
just like being a
very
big
small game,
getting sales right off the bat. Yeah, Terraria started off pretty small.
And from the very beginning, they were like, "Yeah, mess with it if you want to." Terraria. I always said Terraria. Might be Terraria. I don't know.
Like,
but I remember from early on, like there were mods out there for it from like day 3. My brother had them loaded up on the computer, like changed some small thing that he didn't like. And they were just like, nothing was there to stop them. It was completely an open platform to do it. And I still see people playing Terraria today because they have mods. They have these things to reintroduce it. But having ways to improve the game for the players and not just as you doing updates really just kind of shows how much farther it extends the game's life. Ark Survival is amazing with mods. Dude, if we want to talk about games that you played with friends for summers, Ark Survival, dude. That was like the jankiest game ever. But it was so fun. But it was so fun because it was so broken.
A lot of fun. It's just so like
it's really grindy.
So grindy. Yeah. Like that's my thing. Like, don't get me wrong. And you know, Abs can even testify to this one. We played Destiny on stream a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, like it was
really
like
bad.
We played it for like a month or 2 months.
Yeah.
Just that's basically all we played on stream on his stream. But the thing is, he would always grind and do the raids and that kind of stuff. I'm not the kind of person to like that kind of stuff in games. Like, I just didn't do it with him. Like, I was like, I can't do that, dude. I got other stuff to do.
Yeah.
But like, that's just not my thing in games. There are specific games which I will do it, but it has to like, I have to like the game enough to do it. I don't like Destiny enough to do that.
Yep.
I don't like Ark enough to do that. Sadly.
No.
Though it is a really fun game. Every time I play it, I have to pull the modifiers.
See, here's the thing. I pull.
Like,
we're talking about Minecraft earlier. What I always do in Minecraft is I'm the builder. Like, I'll build anything you want. You won't have to go through the process of building anything. If you have an idea, I'll build it for you. Just get me the resources, or just give me something to get the resources, and we're fine. That's exactly how I played Ark. That's exactly how I played everything else. Just give me the resources. I'll do it all for you. And I love it.
Where I will grind for it though, and actually, you know, get resources and then get them to abs, and he'll build. So yeah,
that's how we got an entire tree base that you wrecked again.
How'd you?
Okay. You know what? That's okay.
It took time, man. It took time.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I've built so many bases, and then he immediately says either we're moving again or transferring servers again, over and over and over, and I.
It's not on purpose.
Every time.
But you know, it's okay.
God.
Every time, man. That's why I stopped playing Minecraft with him. All right, going on to our next topic. Going on to our next topic, though, that will be it for the hot games of the week. Being this week, GTA 5 RP, Minecraft, and Risk of Rain 2. Hope you did enjoy it. Moving on to our weekly tech news. So what's this about? Keep getting pinged to join. This is the Info Pit, your weekly source of any new news regarding gaming, tech, and/or DI. Going on in general, just like not actual DI. What do you say?
Building, other PvP, and other people see. That was my big thing, and like I like that the games can have different aspects to them, but something else with it is the devs have to kind of know when is enough of a specific thing. That's why I can never get into Fortnite. I like the gameplay of it. I just really
I miss the old meta. I like the so I was one of the people who were like talking about the original. This is gonna sound like such a jerk move. Okay, so I liked Fortnite when it was the building survival game with the zombie spawns. So you could like build the giant forts in, and like you'd have to set up the traps and everything else. I loved watching that.
Single player
yes, it was so cool.
Well,
and then it just got
wasn't even single
scrapped.
player. It was just single player and multiplayer.
It was just kind of scrapped because it wasn't as popular. And I was like, I didn't want to play after that because I was like, if they it could have been so cool. Good on them. It was a good company decision, but I weeped a little bit when that was lost because it was so good. But yeah, moving on to the tech news though, we sort of brush past that. Maybe we'll talk about it again if it ever comes back in relevancy. But this week for tech, what do we got, Fluffy?
We have got for the first one, we've got we talked about it a couple weeks ago, maybe not a couple weeks ago.
Bright white.
But what?
My eyes.
Your eyes. So we
Where's
talked
the
about
night
it a
mode?
little bit ago.
Where's the night
on
mode?
The whole Apple AirPower, their wireless charger, where you could like walk around. I think we might have actually talked about it last week as well, where you would just walk around and your like everything you had that needed to charged. Like it wouldn't even like you wouldn't have to set it down on a base. You wouldn't have to plug it in. Anything. You just walked around in that room that it was plugged in, and boom, charged, done. They canceled that, sadly.
Aww. Tesla's
so
sad.
It's too difficult.
Too difficult.
Yeah.
See, they needed to start off with the
work
normal
on
difficulty, and then they should have got on, Risk of Rain, just kept getting it higher and higher, Gotta know your limit.
Time-based difficulty.
Time-based difficulty.
The only issue with time-based difficulty is that this was first announced in September 2017.
Ooh.
So they got up there on the difficulty scale.
Alright, so you want to read off from this real quick?
Yeah, we can read a little bit of it.
Alright.
Apple has canceled its AirPower wireless charger, citing difficulty in achieving the company's high standards for the product. After much effort, we've concluded AirPower will not achieve our high standards and have canceled the project. We apologize to those customers who are looking forward to the launch. We continue to believe that the future is wireless and are committed to push the wireless experience forward, said Apple SVP of Hardware Engineering Dan Riccio. Sorry if I mispronounced.
Wow. Can't even pronounce the name.
In a statement. So, the thing about this is, they had said, I guess here, the AirPower charging mat was first announced during the company's iPhone X event back in September 2017, when Apple unveiled wireless charging as one of the new features for the iPhone X. At the time, Apple said it would ship sometime in 2018, but then the company went silent for 18 months without shipping the device. So that's not a good, you know, PR move to say the least. But I mean, at the same time, like you can understand the difficulties.
Who cares?
It's Apple.
They don't really need
People
the
will
PR.
still.
Yeah, that's
People
everyone
will
will
still
buy it
buy it.
still.
Yeah, so
Even
they
if it's
definitely are
overpriced?
saying, hey, this is still the future. This
Galaxy.
is still, yeah, basically. This is still the future, and we still do want this to happen. Like, we are still
Can't even tell what
going
it is.
for this.
Samsung Galaxy.
Hey, yeah.
Nice.
It's the S7 Edge.
Mine's Note.
Getting the new one
But-
soon.
Bless you,
can't,
Fluffy.
Like, that's like,
That was a great face. Someone clips
is
that
my
one.
cam freeze? Is my cam freezing a lot this episode? Like,
You were just
I
doing
thought
it.
it
You were going like
froze. I
this.
didn't see it. Yeah.
It was great. It was great.
that's fine.
All right.
That's
We were
fine.
saying though.
You know what? But they do want it to happen, and they do want, you know, the project to actually continue.
Yep.
Just they're canceling theirs for now because it's
It's not working
to
out.
achieve. No, I mean, the thing is, it's such a futuristic style technology as well. Like, can you imagine like 5 years ago thinking that we'd be able to plug something into the wall and then have all of our devices just charge? Like,
Yes.
that's kind of wild. You can.
That's because I was like, how old would I be? I'd be like 13 and be dumb enough to believe anything you told me. So yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
Let's be fair here. I was a dumb kid, so yeah. You could have told me basically anything, and I've been like,
All
"Oh,
right.
that's cool."
Okay, if you were a smart kid, would you?
Little doodle. I don't know. I wasn't a smart kid.
No, that's true. That's fair. But yeah, I mean, that's the only issue with that one is that they kind of announced that they had engineering challenges with overheating issues, especially related to a multi-coil design, which is what they were using. They were basically just using, as any kind of wireless charging is, it's basically just magnetic fields. So that's a big thing is like they need to, you know, they need it to stay cool. It won't stay cool. It keeps, you know, overheating.
Yep.
Needs better cooling technology.
Needs. Dude, they need to get those liquid coolers, dude. Works so well for everything else. My computer runs with it.
Mine doesn't.
For sure.
My computer certainly doesn't. I don't have money for that. I don't.
That's fair. Mine actually doesn't either. So, you know.
Fun fact, Ion, this is actually
Spawn.
Monster Cat, not NCS. Big brain.
Alright, let's see. Next
Alright.
one.
Pranked.
The next one's a little more helpful. And not so much of something getting, you know,
Scrapped.
just
Torn
taken
apart.
down. Yeah,
Removed.
Not so much getting scrapped.
Beneath.
But it is about how a supercomputer is helping AT&T prepare for extreme weather. Now, whether it's AT&T or honestly anyone else, it's still amazing.
Yeah.
Like, it still is crazy that we've got this technology.
Did you
to
know
be able to
that-
prepare for something like this?
Did you know that in past, the U.S. Postal Service actually consults Walmart for their weather tracking to make sure shipments can be delivered on time?
I actually did not. No.
Yeah.
Didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah, because Walmart has some of the most
Nice.
developed weather tech in the world. So, for tracking, because they have to get so
I
many
mean, it
shipments
makes
out.
sense.
It's
They've
real
got
weird.
So much, yeah, they've got so much money
Yeah.
for it. Why wouldn't they?
Can't see that. It's mine.
Help them secure, you know.
I mean,
everything for
they
their
need to know.
customers.
Yeah. Anyways,
If there's
yeah,
going to be a
so
tornado
But-
in an area, they can't lose that product.
can't lose that product.
Yeah, no, that's one truck is worth
Oof.
so much money. Like the truck itself plus all of the product inside of it,
Yup.
they can't lose that.
Dude, I
Amazon's
can't
probably
imagine.
doing the same.
Amazon's probably got
Oh,
their own. Let's be
Amazon's
honest.
definitely doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So, but AT&T has a new climate change risk assessment tool developed with the help of Argonne National Laboratory's science and supercomputing power. Abs,
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
you remember last week when we talked about Argonne's computer Aurora?
Yes, we were talking about the supercomputer and how we've gotten to the point where numbers don't really matter, and this all just my computer is bigger. I was gonna bring that to a place I didn't need to go.
Yeah, basically. I mean, that's that's pretty much what it was. Last week it was just like, oh, Aurora is going to be huge. That's like, but haven't we
Hey,
been
we're American.
like minimizing
Yeesh.
computers for so long? But either way, that was.
I
last
mean,
week's
it's a
episode. If you wanna check
supercomputer.
That one out. Check
Info
out
Pit is
that.
live, crab.
Yeah, we've been live for a little bit, crab.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is the same laboratory, the same people who are making the Aurora, the strongest supercomputer in the world,
Mm-hmm.
once it's finally made in projected 2021.
Projected.
So interesting to kind of connect those two and see if that's going on. but the telecommunications company helps to protect its infrastructure from the flooding and extreme weather events that are projected to increase as climate change continues. So it's pretty much the same reason like why Walmart's got, you know, the best weather tracking services. They want to protect their stuff. They want to make sure that they're not losing money. Yeah, exactly. They want to make sure they're not losing money. Makes sense. AT&T is doing the same thing. They want to make sure their infrastructure, everything they've got, is safe and sound.
Also, climate change.
Yeah,
we're not going to talk about that one. I really don't feel like moving on. All right, a few years ago. Start from there.
Wow.
A few years ago, AT&T started thinking about the long-term risks and that climate change posed to its equipment. For example, the company has cell towers on sites across the country that are vulnerable to flooding and might need to be lifted above encroaching waters. In other places, services rely on above-ground copper wires that can blow down in large storms and which might be safer buried underground as a weather pattern shift. We just essentially did a deep dive. What was our long-term planning, and how is that linked to climate change? Shannon Carroll, Director of Environmental Sustainability at AT&T, tells The Verge.
The climate change.
We're on.
Jokes I want to make.
Basically, they're just trying their best to look into the future. Whether it's gonna happen, whether it might not happen, whether it might not happen in that exact area, they want to make sure their stuff's okay. And even if it isn't about climate change, what if it is just like a storm in general?
Yeah.
They want to try their best to be able to predict that and say, hey, maybe we have to have this pole in this location, but this location is just very vulnerable. Thank you. But this location is very vulnerable. So we're going to figure out and research how to best protect it. And the first step to learning how to protect from a special and natural disaster is understand how it works and how it's going to affect whatever you're trying to protect.
Yep. All right, that's a really cool development coming up.
And hopefully it's something that, like, you know, we don't just use for economical, not so much gain, but benefit of companies. And hopefully it comes into play for, you know, just everyone.
Yeah.
Yep.
Although that might be a bit off in the future. Be really interesting.
That will be the tech roundup for the week. Thank you, Fluffy, bringing those into the news. Gonna be moving on to industry topics for this week. Starting off with a nice release I've been excited for. Borderlands 3 trailer. Because I have been looking forward to this for a while.
Yeah.
Freaking love Borderlands.
I remember back in like 2015, watching them do like artwork for this game, because they were showing you how to do specific linings that they do for the Borderlands style.
Yep.
And everybody speculated when they did the release of that like art show, basically.
When would the next one be?
Oh my god. Yeah, when's the next one? That was basically them confirming Borderlands 3.
Alright,
but
let's
confirmed it yet.
We're gonna go ahead and play the trailer in the background here. But the trailer is quite interesting. Starts off with a mask. Moves on to the next shot here.
Classic style.
But it does seem to feature a nice little variance. Some new potential Vault Hunters. Is this Hot Games? Nope, this is gonna be industry talks. Maybe I move this over. Gearbox Software game. She cut her hair. Might go on here. You can see that these are suspected to be the 4 new Vault Hunters we get to play as. Have a nice little one. Just gonna name them off. We see a nice little carnival view here. Maybe one of the areas we're gonna be playing in. Pause music for a second.
More than likely.
Nice little rock track, as you might expect from Borderlands.
Yep.
Got Big Stronk right there. She looks cool.
Yeah,
got a mech warrior there. She's got a mech. I want the mech warrior. Who gives me the mech warrior? I want to play the mech warrior.
You know,
give me that in Borderlands.
We'll play this, Abs. I'm absolutely down.
So she seems to be another siren. There's the original siren. Another siren. All the sirens.
Yeah.
Nice little, I don't know how to describe him. Cyclops robot. Or don't. I don't know how to describe him, but he looks really cool too. Explore the worlds. I like the idea of exploring worlds. I'm hoping they're saying that that's going to be in multiple worlds. Because that would be really cool. But they said explore the worlds, and I'm like,
yeah, because they always talk about
like
several worlds in Borderlands games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now
these
it's
are very
possible.
different settings. So.
But these all look to be very different things. So I'm hoping, cross my fingers, that actually means you're gonna go to different worlds, gonna be space travel. Maybe I don't know. It's just pure speculation. They haven't really released anything, but I want to know.
Borderlands. But like again,
baddies, we got those.
Classical
the bad guy design on this. Look at this. This looks so freaking cool. Borderlands always does bad guys so right.
They do.
You think of Handsome Jack, one of the most iconic villains in gaming history. You see a good villain.
Oh, yeah.
Look at these designs too. We have like really cool futuristic.
Ooh,
Sax solo. Guns with legs. Exactly. Look at this guy working that sax. You go, dude.
Dude, he is going in. Your friends are here to save the worlds. Again, worlds.
Worlds.
Multiple.
S.
Worlds.
There's an S there.
Maybe they're hinting towards several different, like, classes. Not just,
Look at him. Tales of the Borderlands guy. I forget the name of.
Yep.
They have like every single game's cast in here. I'm really excited to see what they do with it. Over 1 billion guns. Guns with legs? Yes!
Honestly?
We got you,
1
bro.
billion guns.
Yeah.
Mech Warriors. Let's go. Dude, I am so excited for this game's release, man. Look at all this. Slight epilepsy warning. Just saying. I always think these from light shows.
They're doing a gun sync already, dude. They're beating all the YouTubers to it.
Right? Hey, man. If we do it better, then they're going to have to not do it wrong. Right? I think that's the play.
That's fair. And
that's
how
the
can
play.
you beat actual Gearbox on it?
Look at that. Look at that.
What are you
Claptrap dance. Aw, brother. Borderlands 3, man. I'm excited, man. I'm excited.
Honestly, hyped.
Oh.
Gearbox Software making some great games, actually.
Gearbox back at it again with great game release, especially Borderlands. Borderlands, by the way, a game that has 4 titles, Borderlands 1, 2, 3, and Tales of the Borderlands. One of the few story games that I actually liked.
Yeah.
Because it was, you know, actually didn't feel as predictable. Even though you kind of knew how it ended because everything was already made there, it still felt like its own
if
story,
you played
which is
like
good.
1 and 2, you already knew.
You knew where it was going, but at the same time, it was like,
knew
how do you get there?
But it's like, yeah,
Right.
it's the journey that is the experience, not the actual end product, because you already know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you already know what the end product
That's where a lot of the Borderlands, but storytelling games got it wrong. But I'm glad they did right by the Borderlands. Borderlands has kept great consistency, great improvement between every single one of their games. I can't wait to see what they do with this one. And that is going to be Borderlands 3. Mask of Mayhem is a title I've seen thrown around a couple times. I'm not completely sure about that, but that's the one I've been hearing around.
Kill the bird that turns evil was such a shocker.
I was so sad.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do that. Oh.
It was such a good, like, they just did it so well.
Aww.
That's the thing, you know? It was so sad that they did it.
It was
so
such a
well.
great one. Yeah, a lot of good story twists, a lot of good games coming out from Borderlands 3. We did links the PC Gamer article covering what it would be about, or not what it would be about, but what this kind of entails, what this might show for the new game. But I recommend checking it out. It's a lot of fun.
This may sound odd, actually, but Borderlands may be one of the only games that did the 1, 2, that like, hopefully, they'll do the 1, 2, and 3 series correctly. Generally, how it goes with games, and oftentimes movies as well, is the first is really good. The second falls short, and the third is the best.
Third is best.
Yep.
So, this time, it's
Asian just sent me a great meme.
Is really good.
It's in relevance to this. Mind if we show that off a little bit?
Go ahead, dude.
Alright, let me pull this up. I can't pull it up because it's on Discord. Oh no. So I have to go this way. It's okay, just keep talking and I can pull it up here.
Okay. But yeah, it's one of those, like, this Borderlands 1 was amazing. Borderlands 2, also amazing. And Borderlands 3, probably just going to get more of the same. And that's not a bad thing in this case.
Wait! Here we go. Got the image that he sent me.
Did they have a release date, like, planned? That just
I saw, okay, I didn't know correctly, but Twitter from Admiral Baru, if I can get his post on it real quick, did, I think, say April, if I go to his Twitter page, I believe he said something about it.
April 3rd?
Ooh, April 3rd. Oh,
April 3rd?
Really?
Yeah, and he gets it 24 hours early to cover it. Yep, April 2nd, 24-hour early access is what he gets for being a partner of the coverage for it. So I can't wait to see what he does with it, because he was one of the original speedrunners for the game, or one of the popularized ones, and it was a lot of fun to watch. But here's the meme that Asian sent me. Oh boy,
more details.
Here I go, getting hyped again.
No.
And if that's not just me running with
That's
no
actually
head.
a good point. That's... Basically.
But if that's not me waiting for this game, I don't know better representation. There's the second one. Oh, there's a second one? Oh, should I be worried?
Memes? Oh boy.
I don't know. I can probably show this one. I can probably look at this one, right? Fluffy, it's in the memes. This makes me skeptical since the writing was so good. The author switched a bit. I trust the studio itself to carry through the game. Because game direction and writing often go hand in hand. And I'm quite confident they'll re-release another good. That being said, it's not released yet. So as always, curb your bets. Clip your ends. Have everything sorted out before you go into it. Make sure that you're not gonna completely trust into it. Suspected release date October 1st. All right.
Oh,
I think
very cool.
I think this is okay. I think
all right,
that's
I'm gonna
okay,
say that's okay.
honestly.
But everybody gangster till the guns start walking. Mine from the teaser. Interesting. Bless you.
bless you.
That was a real bless you that time.
Good meme there.
Freeze, bless you. Yeah.
Teaser shows a 10 and a 1. All right. Well, look forward to it then.
Oh.
But that'll be it for that news story of the week. Borderlands 3 got its first trailer out, and I am incredibly hyped and can't wait to see what they do with it. In a slightly different tone, though, PC Gamer has an article that says Summer Games Done Quick announced 2019 lineup. Game GDQ, or Games Done Quick, if you do not know, is a year, not year, bi-yearly. What's the word for twice a year? What's the word? What's like
Bi-yearly?
No, because that bi-yearly would be every 2 years.
Oh.
Well, 2 times a year or more, depending on how many events they could get scheduled together.
Every 6 months.
GDQ every 6 months, yeah, every 6 months.
Yeah,
GDQ
every 6 months.
Well, it's not exactly every 6 months, but it's 2 times a year. GDQ gets together, and they are speedrunners for charity. They get together and have a bunch of speedruns where they raise money to propel and fund each little speedrun they do to show off different games that have been planned out, things everywhere from Sonic 06. I don't think they've ever run Sonic 06. No one wants to touch that dumpster fire, but it's a glitch fest, and there are fun speedruns of it because it's so broken. But things like Metroid, a very classic title that everyone always talks about getting speedrun. Things like Borderlands, oddly enough. Well, I don't think they've done a Borderlands as of recent memory. They've done everything from like Legend of Zelda, the original series, to Wind Waker, to Twilight Princess, to things like StarCraft and all that sort of stuff. But this year's Games was outlined. The complete list of games this year's event is live isn't long gone. I'm just going to go ahead and show this off, actually, so I can read off from the article. I'm not quoting anything. But this year's Summer Games Done Quick, an annual speedrun charity event, will be taking from June 23rd to June 30th. It'll be raising money for Doctors Without Borders, and if you're not in Bloomington for the actual event, you'll be able to watch the live stream, as well as catch up with the highlights when they're inevitably uploaded. The complete list of games for this year's event is live in its long one, but some highlights include Borderlands 2. Ha! I did remember that one. Co-op, which was they did the DLC last year. Cave Story, Cluster Truck, Deltarune, Diablo 2, Lord of Destruction, Final Doom, TNT Evaluation, and Resident Evil 2. A couple of RTS games have also made the list, and it'll be interesting to see Red Alert 3 and Protoss Campaign of StarCraft Brood Wars receive their speedrun treatment.
That is actually interesting to have some RTS in there as well.
Oh.
But if you are a fan of speedrunning, or you simply are a fan of charity, and you also like games, I would highly recommend going to the events. I didn't like speedrunning until I watched my first GDQ, and I've been watching every single one ever since, because it's fantastic. It's a great show, and it's for a great reason. So swing by that if you can. That'll be about it. Just release lineup. Once again, you can check that article out for a complete list. We're going to move on to the next topic.
We're going to move.
A lot of people are doing Super Mario World.
Oh yeah, it's called a relay race where you hand off controller and each one has to do.
Oh.
It's a lot of fun. Usually it's on the teams or something.
Oh wow.
Oh,
but it's really cool.
Now.
Yep. Because both me and Fluffy are big fans of both Overwatch League. So depressing. What's depressing? Shiny plays. What is depressing? All right. Don't know what that's about. But seeing as both me and Fluffy are big fans of the Overwatch League, this was a bit of a shake-up, Atlanta Reign star Daniel Francisca. Because those that took me so long to be done in there in minutes. Yeah, relatable. Makes me ruin my sleep schedule. Same, Benusat, same.
Yeah.
But Atlanta Fran star Daniel Francesca retires from Overwatch League. Alright, I'm not saying honestly, that people may have saw this coming. I am simply saying that...
I mean, yeah, like,
he is a fantastic streamer. He's a
He's
fantastic
a crazy good streamer. He's a great player as well, which is what's so sad about seeing him going, because he is such a good player and such a good streamer that you don't want that personality leaving a team like Atlanta. I mean, that's one of the more personal, like, teams with the personality, I guess.
It's one of the teams with more coverage, I wouldn't say more coverage, more individual exchanges that actually show players being real people rather than just, you know, players. But if you did not know, Fran does have a bit of a spotted history in the esports realm, getting banned from entire tournaments, in fact, and even Overwatch itself for displays of less than respectable mannerisms on stream and throwing in games. So,
oh boy.
So he's a bit of a spectacle history, but it is sad to see him go when he was such a fantastic player. But he stated that this was kind of an experiment for him. He wanted to see if he did want to do it. He did want to play, and he wanted to play at the highest levels, but it will seem he's going back to his roots in streaming. So let's read off a little bit from the article here. The Atlanta Reign announced today that Daniel Francisca was retiring from Overwatch League competitive play just 6 months after signing with the team. 6 months, everyone. Less than that's half a year. As so pointed out by Riptide. He's not going away completely, however, but will instead becoming part of Reign's stream team. So he is technically still staying on the Reign, he's just being part of their stream team.
Yeah.
The Franz informed us of his pending retirement a week prior to Stage 1 playoffs. In doing so, the Fran wanted to be respectful of Reign, his teammates, and our fans. With his focus set on popping off one last time, DeFran truly wanted to give it all during playoffs and didn't desire to draw attention to himself while we were still playing, the team said. We will forever be grateful that we were able to have Daniel as a member of the Reign family. He is a mechanically gifted talent, but that is just a start. Daniel is intelligent, funny, endearing, and self-deprecating, all in one package. He was an exceptional in-game leader. Exceptional. I should say exceptional. That's a typo. He was an exceptional in-game leader, teammates, and friend. Ooh, this is to the whole org. We will miss Daniel's presence in the team house and will continue to support him in all our future endeavors. And all his future endeavors, excuse me. But yep, that's a little bit of a bad farewell from the Overwatch League, saying, hey, hope he does his best. We are going to enjoy some of streaming content. I know that I still watch his streams, so I hope he does do them more often now. But yeah, Fran, if you didn't know, is also one of the soldier gods of Myth back in the early seasons of Overwatch, who had this tracking that many people thought he was straight up cheating because he was literally never moving his mouse off a target. Throw for Duran. Please don't.
Please, actually don't.
Please don't.
It's okay.
Don't
I
don't.
watch anymore, anyways. Doesn't matter.
I do.
I just watch.
Please don't. But he was a good player, and he had this fantastic and like utterly mind-blowing tracking where his mouse would literally never leave a target, and people always used to aimbotting in tournaments, despite him being on live stages. It was ridiculous.
My God.
Yeah, if you wanted to go into anything, it'd probably just be mechanically okay at literally any other game. So, seeing him go from Overwatch is a bit of a sadness. But
yeah, at least from
I'll say farewell, and I'll enjoy his stream probably later this week, I'm honest.
Yeah.
Moving on, though, to another release that's happened this week. Wolfenstein Young Blood. Release date confirmed with new trailer. We'll watch that trailer, too, if we can load the video.
He played Realm Royale for like a week and won tournaments. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not really that shocking. He's just crazy, honestly.
Dude was freaking insane. Alright, let's play out why I'm waiting for this video to, well, stop adding. Alright. Go ahead and bring this forward. Wolfenstein, the dystopic... How would you describe Wolfenstein, Fluffy?
Danger.
Fun.
Bloody.
Really sure. Very bloody.
Definitely just Yeah, extremely bloody.
You guys are weird.
If
I'm there.
No one on God's green earth that's gonna find his ass.
Oh, that worked. But this is a great game from the software studio. Let's finish trailer off before I talk much more about it. But a really cool show of game, just because it's in case you aren't too familiar with the Wolfenstein universe. It is if Nazi Germany had succeeded in a lot of their tech endeavors and had actually succeeded in taking over the U.S. and other parts of the world, really. What would kind of happen if all the technology and all that sort of stuff worked out? And it's terrifying. Of course, you have the Nazis are invading the... I'll go into the entire Wolfenstein script, but not Wolfenstein. Not gonna work with that. Sorry. Bridge show, really good one. But it is a great bit of gaming, and it's an excellent bit of just technical know-how, because it was one of the original games to really have their gore details be so freaking great, and it was terrifying to watch.
So great.
What's the word for it? Great?
The first one to have that. I don't think great's the word for it. Like original Wolfenstein. Maybe for back in the time. It was one of the first games to have like gore.
It was one of the ones that start saying, "What if we just played it up for comedy at this point?"
Yeah, basically.
And it worked.
But it still kept a very serious tone throughout the entire game. And honestly,
there's a lot of commentary in it, which you can honestly look past if you're not about that. But like, it's good enough of a game to just play for the mechanics and the shooting galleries that you get put in. But there's some other stuff that's good for thinking. And it strikes a good balance between the two.
I can't stop yawning.
Nice. Yawn.exe.
Dude.
Bless you.
The game itself is just so... It's good. It keeps a really serious tone and has an amazing storyline. I can't remember which Wolfenstein game it was.
Wolfenstein release date. Yo, what's up, dude? How's it going, Deep? I'm gonna go and read off some of the article here. So, while you're finding that out, Wolfenstein Youngblood was unveiled at E3 2018, promising a co-op trip through Paris set in the 1980s. Now, publisher Bethesda has announced the game's final release date of July 26. Alongside this, it released a brand new story trailer, which you can watch above, which I just showed off on the stream. But July 26th for the next Wolfenstein game, along with some pre-order bonuses you can get if you want. Anything you said you want me to see at Abs? You did. It was the beginning.
Wolfenstein New Order is the one that I'm thinking about.
That was the last one, right?
Yeah, I think so, dude. I'm pretty sure it was, but that game, honestly, incredible game. I'm gonna put it this way: on Steam, it even got like a 9 out of 10, which is a little difficult for people to get on Steam.
Because nobody agrees on Steam. It's like the most open internet access thing, and the internet hates everything.
Yeah, exactly. It came out in May 20th, 2014. And it's such a fun game. Like,
I think I watched the playthrough of it like 2 years late, and it was like, oh, coverage of this is gone. But it's a great game. Wolfenstein has a long history of being both mechanically and storytelling-wise pretty sound. So I'm not as hyped as I am for the Borderlands release we talked about earlier, but I would look out for it. Once again, that'll be July 26th for Wolfenstein Youngblood.
Oh, wow.
All right, next up, the
30
shovel.
bucks?
30 what? What?
Youngblood, yeah, just like the base is 30 bucks.
Oh wow!
And if you want the deluxe, it's 40.
Wow.
So they're actually going a lot cheaper.
Not a bad deal at all, honestly.
Yeah.
So next we're gonna talk about the Shovel Knight devs have dug up a new project.
Yes, dude. Yes.
How long did I take to write that joke? A few seconds, but it took 20 seconds of me debating whether I say it or not. All right. Going ahead and show the trailer for this one too. This is the wrong. Is this the wrong one? Here we go. It was showing Youngblood for some reason again. So this is from the same creators of Shovel Knight, the indie hit that had the 2D protagonist bouncing around, jumping on heads, and smacking people upside the heads with his favorite gardener tool of choice. and a lifetime of regret. Aw, thanks, Cat. Slight issue loading this real quick. Going back here while I'm fixing this. Sorry, chat. There we go. Now it tries. Nope, never mind. It wants to be weird. Never mind, we're back to it. Yay, it's working. But this is the newest game from the Shovel Knight series. Turn it slightly down. This is Cyber Shadow trailer. Going through, we start off with a great explosion, it looks like. It looks like it keeps the same feel and style that it kind of had. Well, not the exact same style, but the same sort of philosophy for design. Metroid-esque pixelations. The classic, is this 16-bit or is this 32-bit style? I always get things confused.
This looks more like 32-bit.
Yeah.
But 32-bit design creates a very interesting paths which you can use to display things. A lot of variance in art structure is what really sets this game apart. And from what we can see here, it certainly takes it for its own little ride. So if you haven't seen this, it reminds me of The Messenger. If anyone saw coverage of that game, it was another more recent 2D release that followed the 32-bit style. How far will he go, chat? Restore the clan.
Wow, this game's gonna be out on Steam, the Switch, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One.
But a wide coverage. A lot of different areas, as you can see here. Went from everywhere from a feudal Japan looking area all the way over to a tech futuristic society and a dragon run. So it looks quite interesting.
It looks like a cyberpunk world.
Kind of does. So Yacht Club Games burst onto the indie scene in 2011 with Shovel Knight and a side 2, guys. Side 2,
dude.
A 2D side-scrolling platformer. Why couldn't I say that first time?
Side 2.
Meant to evoke NES-style sensibilities of yesteryear. 6 years and numerous Shovel Knight expansions later, the indie developer has announced its second publishing effort in the form of Cyber Shadow. Cyber Shadow, according to the official announcement, is a 2D side-scrolling platformer that combines the level design principles of Mario, the skills and actions of Ninja Gaiden, the enemy designs of Contra, and the dark visual aesthetic of Batman. I like Batman. The Messenger, but Batman. In the future... Ha! They called the Messenger too! Forgot about that. But in the future where everything, including the player character himself, is cybernetic. It looks slick with fast-paced action necessities, precise platforming, and quick reflexes. You'll be able to equip items, find secret, upgrade your skills, and more, all while listening to a thumping soundtrack produced by Jake Kaufman, Shovel Knight, Crypt of the Necrodancer, 2 games he both worked on. Crypt of the Necrodancer is, of course, a music-based beat rhythm game where you are going through dungeons to the beat, where you can only cast actions on the beat. So it's a nice little rhythm RPG mix. Love that game. Ooh. Of course, we already played the official trailer. But Yacht Club itself is not the game's developer. It is instead working with one-person team. I don't know. RNA Mecha Skull Hunseeker to help make it happen. Yacht Club will focus specifically on the porting business side and typical roles of publisher, the studio stated on its official website. So it's from the same publisher, but it will not be made by the same direct team as Shovel Knight, but it's sure to be another cool release. I myself am a big fan of at least sitting with other friends and playing these type of 2D games, running through things. I enjoy it a lot. So, looking forward to that.
It's fun, definitely.
I need water, so keep talking.
Oh, yeah. No, I won't. It's, that way we're just sitting here until you get done.
We'll just watch him shake his hand.
Because I pretty much get in trouble if I did anything else with my hand there.
Oh.
Nope. All right. So.
Most clippable moment of the input.
Which part?
Kind of all of it, actually. It's a
wow,
big clip.
Tough. Big clip. Not doing this one. Okay. So, that is it for the articles for this week. A little bit of a shorter show, if we're honest. But we can move on then to the info dump. Info dump.
You chat.
Where is the info dump?
Boy.
This is where chat decides what we talk about.
What are we talking about?
What are we talking about?
My info dump header isn't on here.
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
Lost it.
Wow. 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 Wow.
Scuff stream,
Wow.
dude. Scuff
Wow.
stream.
What?
Info dump. Copy. Copy. There it is. Alright, why did that copy RuPog? Don't, not that.
All the cameras cut out for a moment too.
Oh.
Well done.
Yeah, it's just because it's moving to studio mode.
It's okay. We believe, dude.
Now we wait.
No, you can keep talking, come on.
Yeah,
So this is where we bring up any ideas? Oh my
Are we
god.
laying back?
You can lay back if you want.
Yeah.
There we go.
I'm leaning back, dude. Leaning back. If I do like this though, I just come right back.
One second, I need to unlock my chair.
I need to go slowly.
That was
around
a
the
super
cheeks.
delayed response to Shepard. How could you, dude? How
And lifetime regret. Yeah. Oh my god, my chair. It just goes back. Ah! I feel like I'm about to fall.
There, I locked it.
But as we were bringing up any ideas or topics we want to talk about recently, we come into either our brains or yours. Feel free to ask questions. We will answer them or look up the answer and try to inform you a little bit more about subjects you may not want to research yourself. Yep. Lord knows my internet history literally doesn't matter. I'm probably already on watch list for the amount of Game Theory and explosive videos I watched. So,
Oh boy.
as you will.
Well, also the fact that you look up stupid Florida Man segments.
Yeah, it's a lot of weird news, dude. A lot of weird news.
Literally every week. Well, we were talking about it last week. You're like, I don't know why I keep getting these weird ads, and I'm like,
because you
because
look
you're
up
looking
weird
these,
stories.
like articles. Yeah, you look up weird stuff. So, what do you think's gonna happen?
Crab.
What is happening?
Oh yeah, Riptide. Hey, crab. You have to crab flex, man. Crab flex.
Yeah.
Every guest has to do it now. No. Crab flex.
flex.
Leave your hands up.
What?
There you go. All right.
There we go.
There he goes. Crab flex.
We're gonna
Crab
get
flex.
Jackal back on. He's gonna crab.
One of these days.
Yeah, it's the crab flex.
We're watching Jackal. It's happening.
I saw crab legs at the restaurant tonight.
Flex some pincers,
tried it.
boys.
Flex them There's. Can you flex a pincer? There you go. First question. Can you flex a pincer?
Well, can
First
you
topic of the
flex
night.
the pincer?
No. Like,
Probably
can
not.
someone safety pincer flex clip? What?
Wait, what?
Sounds
Oh,
like
a pincer is a
flexible
tool.
product.
Oh yeah, it is. Like crab pincer.
It is?
Can you flex a crab? Because like the pincer itself. Okay, let's start off with what is a crab pincer. Like, what is the actual pincer of the claw? It's a crab.
Isn't it just exoskeleton with muscle around it, like, or with muscle?
Might
in
be.
it?
The pincer claws of a crab are their most important weapon. They have at least 3 functions. It's food show place. The pincers can exert force, open, or break them up. What are they though? Looks like we're looking at Wikipedia. Pincer's claws of a crab are the most important weapon. No, but no, what it's made of.
Keratin?
What is a?
Yeah, keratin. I mean, like, it'd just be.
What
keratin
are
or chitin?
pincers?
How do you say it? Which one is it, by
made
the way?
of
Keratin or
chitin?
chitin?
Pincers are the claws.
Chitin.
Well, we know
Chitin?
pincers
Delicious
are
is what it
claws,
is.
it's
All right.
Delicious. I mean, it's not wrong.
Claw.
Yeah.
Wikipedia. No. What are pincers made of?
Let's find out on our.
What are crab pincers made of? What are crab pincers made of?
Are there crabs in Ark now? Can we? Like,
It's
can we
keratin.
do that?
Keratin?
Keratin.
That's what I thought.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Didn't you just say it was chitin?
No,
Is that
chitin
you
and
said?
keratin are bugs. Keratin is something else. I asked if it was keratin or chitin. I wasn't sure what they produced.
I said
I
keratin.
don't know, dude. I don't
No,
even know.
that's because
I
it
was
is keratin.
guessing.
They're different materials, bud.
Oh yeah. You know where I learned that from? Ark.
Ark? Yeah,
Nice. Chitin.
Same, actually.
Chitin is a fibrous substance. A fibrous? Fibrous.
Fibrous.
Fibrous. It doesn't have an E though.
Fibrous.
A fibrous substance consisting of polysaccharides and forming the major constituent in the exoskeleton of arthropods and the cell walls of fungi. That's what chitin is, everybody. Apparently. So, fur, you can't flex a claw because a claw is made of keratin. It's not necessarily the muscle itself.
Well,
And
no,
keratin
what's inside
is
the
different.
keratin?
It's just the shell. It's just the keratin.
Well, what's
There's not
in the
muscles in it.
shell?
There's not muscles in it. It's
Is it
connected to
just
the
a
muscular
ghost in the
structure.
shell?
No. Wrong, no. Weeaboo. Thank you very cool. My mom just bathed my cat.
Nice.
Painful.
Oh boy.
And he's
What painful?
looking like a very angry, very wet rat.
wet
I'm saying
Did he
painful
not
for the
wanna
mom.
Be, like, you know, dry it off?
So it's like keratin is like connected, and that's this actual claw itself, but it's connected to the muscles, which actually pull it in and make it pinch. And keratin is different than chitin, because chitin is what arthropods and fungi use. There you go. there's the info dump.
The info dump for the people on the info pit, dude. That's
There you go.
With all of this knowledge at our fingertips.
All of it. Arthropod. Oh, nobody make that stupid meme.
I fucking love it.
Arthur Fist is
Is it just Arthur Claw now, or Arthur something?
Arthur, dude. Arthur. Just Arthur. It devolves to a point where it's just Arthur, and it's still funny, right? That's how memes work, right? They just devolve until it's just one letter, E, and it's still funny.
E. The freaking E meme. Oh yeah, so in an interview I was watching with
were you watching the Markiplier answers the question?
Yeah. That was wired.
Yeah.
He was like, what was the E meme? And he said, I have no idea. I said E on a stream with that face once, and I don't know why they grabbed onto it. It literally didn't have any context around it. It just kind of got everywhere. And I was like, man.
I remember that, because I was watching it
nice.
too, and he was doing the peel off and like answer the questions.
Yeah, with a little board. There's a great one I was watching that had what was his name? The Always Sunny, semi-short actor, brown one.
No, not brown.
Wait, it's Always Sunny. No, it's not Always Sunny. It's Always Sunny. No, it wasn't Always Sunny. It was Danny DeVito. It was Always Sunny. Danny DeVito. There was one with Danny DeVito. Yeah, it was Danny DeVito. The Trash Man. It was the Trash Man.
Trash me.
I was watching an interview with him, and it was like, okay, so he's like, am I a nice man? It's like someone asked him, is he a nice man? And it's like, no, I'm a fucking asshole. And they're like totally, I was like, no, I'm horrible. And I was like, all right.
No, that was
thanks, Danny.
Yeah, that was what that was also one of Markiplier's things, because I remember people are just like, is Markiplier nice? He's like, no, I'm an asshole.
Millions of dollars in charity, by the way.
Yeah, right.
What an asshole, right? Nice. But yeah, that was a fun interview. I watched it with I feel like I can talk about school. Okay, so I said that weird. But so at lunch we have access to computers and everything at the school. So we're always watching something in there, right? Because it's in the theater room. There's a theater room that we use. It's like a large theater room where the orchestra is during the mornings and the theater is during the rest of the day. But it also has a little office there for our director/teacher. And he lets us be on the computers because we have to use them for doing things like creating posters, creating ads, video editing, creating sound effects for our next show, finding costume pieces on the internet, all that sort of stuff. So we're allowed to use them, right? Well, we kind of just watch videos on them a lot of the time. And so we always watch like something like, I don't know, we watched like the like that interview that I just taught.
You mentioned it on stream.
It's not a caught thing. Everyone, we use it. It's all right. No, we're allowed to. He doesn't care. The school doesn't care. It's not against full policy. I shouldn't say he doesn't care. Things
still get done, so
Yeah, so everything gets done. But we watched like stuff on Netflix because you can't log in, but a teacher can't log into one and have its class see it, but you can like hang out with your friends and use it due to a weird Netflix policy thing. So sometimes we watch stuff on that. But I remember once in a while I was watching movies or whatever.
Well,
and
yeah,
just sitting there, it's like,
policy.
Yeah, you can't use it. You can't use it for school policies. You can't use it for school stuff. We can talk about that kind of. So, okay, Netflix doesn't allow schools.
No, wait. No. We say that though. We say that though, but like, I guess it was a couple years ago, when I was a junior, like 2-3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
We had a teacher who did nothing but just watch Netflix. Show it to the class.
That's very illegal. That's very illegal. That's against our policies, dude. No, legit. Wow. Like they've.
Oh no, different states.
No, not different states. That's company policy, dude. That's copyright.
It's company.
It's copyright stuff.
Damn.
It's rough, dude. But you're not allowed to use it in the classes because I remember even earlier this year we were wanting to watch Lion King and stuff like that, right? Yeah, being in school and used for classes, they have right. But we were trying to watch like Lion King or some other movie. I think it was Lion King. And she was like, I can't do this for Netflix. They got into trouble for it like last year, so we're not allowed to do that anymore. So I have to use this really weird CD player. Weird, right? CD player.
CD.
CD.
What?
Yeah. I mean, I have a couple over here.
Next, you're gonna be talking to me about VHS tapes.
Hey man. Oh, what was this? It was Laserdisc. Laserdisc was the future. Never worked. It broke all the time. Every CD player broke all the time. I swear. It just decides not to
that's
function.
just like the little like
ice cream machines from McDonald's,
like rollaway cart and everything they had for like gym classes.
Yeah.
Where they had like the old small box TV that all the kids had to sit down and watch.
I hated that.
You'd watch like, dude, I loved it. Mainly, I was in a smaller class though, so like there was like maybe 30, 40 kids sitting down watching Bill Nye.
I feel like my class, my class sizes when I was a kid had like 20 to 30 kids in it, in like my elementary classes. So we were not small at all, but they'd always try to put us in small rooms because the school was built for small class sizes, and then we kept growing because they didn't expect the community to develop around the place, so they never planned for that. So we were always in like kind of smaller rooms trying to use the TV or stuff like that. It was like weird, man. So I hated that. Being like shoved in the cramped space.
That kid with the glasses who would fix it all the time was me. Imagine that. The guy who's now going into, technical engineering.
Man, who would have guessed,
fix this stuff for teachers when they were kids. Like, yeah.
It's me too. I just kind of laughed at people because I knew how it worked and I didn't want to help. It was great.
I sometimes felt like that if we were actually going to do work. If we weren't, I would fix it in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Honestly.
That makes sense.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. If you're one of those kids who like fixes it,
teacher, you didn't assign homework.
Get out!
You can't be one of those.
I wanted to slap that
I wanted
kid
to watch
so
Lion
much.
King, so I fixed it. No, facts, dude. Honestly.
Yeah.
I wanted to watch some Bill Nye, so like.
Bill Nye, let's do. Pew pew pew.
You didn't sense it from the Polar Express.
Do you know what kind of train this is? How do you know?
From the Polar Express.
Dude, there's a girl in my class, my theater class, who looks exactly like the female protagonist from that movie.
Oh my god.
Let's be real.
It's weird. Dude, can we talk about the what was it? It was the weather patterns episode where he had the
he's about to clone himself.
No, that's this. That's this.
Yeah.
Come on, nerd. Get it right.
All right.
Oh
Can't reference Ghost in the Shell and then fail Naruto reference, dude.
I know.
Come on. Gordok smash. Hey, silent. Oh, what was I saying? I forgot my place. I've lost where I was at. Polar Express. Weather episode from Bill Nye.
Weather.
All right, weather episode. So you know how he had the giant tank to show the tornado thing? Where he had like the tank of water? So you know how... Do you guys have book fairs?
We used
to.
I don't where I'm at now, but yeah,
I mean, like, it's like as a kid. Don't mean like in elementary and stuff.
College doesn't have
book fairs. Who would have guessed? Oh my god, really?
No,
dude,
I'll be honest. I would love it, and I think they'd make a lot of money off of it because a lot of the college kids would be like, "Hell yeah,
hell yeah!" They got a comic book in there. It's a graphic novel. Oh my god!
Yeah.
Graphic novels.
I don't have to read words.
Yeah. Super deep voice.
Welcome to the Scholastic Book Fair. File in and buy your purchase.
But okay, did you guys your book fairs? I was elementary. Did you have like the little like in retrospect I really shouldn't have bought this, but it was little like tornado tubes because I had the water in it and the free space at the top, so you could like swirl around. And they sold them around for like $20 when it was like a $5 item.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, man,
literally make them. You can literally make them
in a water bottle.
No, not even a water bottle. Like if you want a big one, do that in like 2-liter bottles.
It's oh my god, dude! I spent like $15-20 on that as a kid.
Cat broke.
Oh my god!
I broke mine. Oof, that's a tough one, bud. But yeah, so don't. I was an idiot. If there's any kids watching, shouldn't. First of all, honestly, I'll be honest. I say things on the show.
Really, just don't buy anything.
Don't buy anything from book fairs except books.
Yeah, from
who knew? Or one of those diaries, because I actually had friends who enjoyed those diaries a lot. So you know,
there's some there was some cool stuff at the book fair when it was just like, yeah, that's actually pretty decent.
Yeah, like the big. You remember like jumbo pencils?
Like,
if we're talking about book fair stuff,
yeah,
anyone remember the jumbo pencils?
Dude? Like, you remember like the arm pointers you could buy as
dude,
well?
I legit I had one of those
go
ones.
To like Walmart and get one of those pointers.
I had one of those ones. It was like legit like a staff at that time. Yeah. It probably wasn't this big. In retrospect, it probably wasn't this big. But I remember it being this big. Like I remember being this big, and I was just flipping that thing around, man. It was great. We're weapons of war.
Flexible pencils. Yeah, they really were.
Game over,
it
man.
was game.
Game over, man. Game over. I never had book fairs. Oh, right. You live in a very magical land. Sorry, they can't transport things to the dragons flying around over there in that magical land of Canada.
Yeah, it's weird.
Really
the
weird.
Dragon moose,
the flying moose,
dragon moose.
you know.
Yeah, the
hovercraft riding moose.
The hovercraft hunt in Canada.
They just do around hovercrafts. It's at least how they do in Alaska.
What is this mystical Canada you speak of?
What's Canada?
A what?
Are you from Canuctia? Isn't that? Wait, no, not Canada. Are you from Canuctia? That place? On top of allegedly living in Canada, I also live in the middle of nowhere. Oof. It's still like, okay, I cannot imagine having a class size of like less than 20. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Okay,
like,
okay, can we say that?
Like your
but I mean, like,
grade or
no, I'm talking
the...
like each class actually, because I have one class like that
really?
right now. It's I'm in senior English,
class.
which is 12th grade English, and we have like, I think like 14 people in class. But that's the smallest class size I've had in my entire high school life, my entire elementary life, my entire school life, and that's the least amount of people I've ever had.
Classes, I had a class of like 6 kids, but like that's the smallest I've ever.
I can't imagine that. You'd actually have to learn all their names.
Yeah, right.
I couldn't do that.
Well, see, I was always one of those kids that like I only learned like 3 people's names anyways.
Makes sense.
So I'm still that kid actually. I would only name
First Commander, by the way.
Yeah.
First Commander.
I would only know like 3 kids' names, and like even in that class of like 6, 7 people, including myself, I only knew like 3 of them. The others were just like complete strangers.
So what we're getting here, chat, is that Fluffy's a bad friend.
Not a bad friend, just
couldn't remember their names.
He doesn't know people's names.
Doesn't people know people's names?
No, I didn't know them. I didn't want to.
What's
know
my
them.
name,
I picked
Fluffy?
people
What's my
and I
name?
was like, "Alright,
I don't trust
what's your
you know it
name?"
anymore.
Well, see, you and Aaron have the same name.
Whoa! But what is it? I don't know.
I don't know. You know, actually, okay. I'm gonna put it this way.
But they
So
didn't know
I have
me.
a twin
Oh,
sister.
feels bad, cat.
I have
Whoa!
a twin sister, right? So this is
I
the
forgot
thing.
about this.
Yeah.
I didn't
On
really.
my birthday is
I made fun
November
of it in my
3rd.
head.
Last year, we both work at the same place. So last year, I was talking to my boss, and I was like,
You both
"Why
work at
do I
Dairy
have?"
Queen?
Yeah. Both managers too. Like, actually,
What?
it's strange, but
What
it's
the
all
hell?
yeah.
Rayette.
So
Rayette.
it's
Right.
I'm not okay with that.
Fluffy hates being called Ray, so don't
do,
do
yeah.
that on Discord by messaging him, "Hey Ray," or anything along the lines of "Hey Raymond," or "Hey Ray," or "Hey Ray Jr." Anything along those lines. But don't
So
do
this
that.
is the thing. We were there, and it's like somebody had marked me off on the calendar for November 3rd, and I couldn't remember why.
Yeah.
So my thing is I was talking to my boss about it. Yeah. So I was talking to my boss about it, and I was just like, "Why am I off this day?" And she looks at me, she's just like, "Whoa, your sister's also off." I was like, "Yeah, it's her birthday. Why am I off this day?" I completely forgot that it was my birthday, and it's my twin.
Man, it's my twin sister's birthday.
Yeah, see, that's
I don't
the
have to
thing.
be
Now
off for
that's
that.
Now that's a running joke. I'm just like, it's her birthday. Why am I off? And then
Why
I
am I
realized, like, it took me a solid day, by the way.
Oh,
and I was just
Fluffy.
like, I was like,
See, what
I
it
felt
was,
so
Rip, is they
stupid.
forgot to reprogram the birthday date.
Yeah.
I'm looking down, so it looks like I'm looking at them. For me, I'm looking at something else, but
Ah, yeah.
first
What?
here.
What-
What do you want? Huh? I'll come down there. I'll come down there.
Stop yelling
What?
at me.
What do you want?
Oh, please.
He's just gonna in his
He's
chair.
gone.
He's gonna get back in that chair. Let's go.
He's down to Chipotle now.
Let her tied out of the basement.
Let Riptide out. Free Riptide. Nah, man.
Come on out.
Hey,
If I
no!
look to the
Back
left
down!
and, like-
Back down!
Is it? Does it work right if I look to the left?
If you look to
Yeah,
wait,
it does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can come back up now. You're allowed.
Okay. Okay.
Alright, I'm out.
How was the Chipotle zone? How was the Chipotle zone?
Free Riptide.
Chipotle's back right next to me. I really want it, but
You had to crawl over there and grab it.
Okay, so it reminds me.
Yeah, slide.
So everyone else, you know how like every single place has like their editor basement is what they always joke about. Like they keep all their editors in a basement. Do you know where that stems from?
I don't actually know.
They used to animation studios, especially Disney, used to have basically what were sweatshops where they keep the workers animating in like a basement area to get all the work done.
That's
That's why it was the editing basement.
That's
That's what they said. It was never fully released, whether they did it or not, because like it's Disney, no one's gonna call them on it. But that's the rumor I always heard, and that's what I was always told when I asked about why it was called that. So like, little hearsay on that, but I wouldn't put it past Senior Mouse's Great Empire. All hail and bless. All hail and bless.
I can't remember who it was the other day that asked me if the original voice actor for Mickey Mouse was still like voicing him. But, like,
voicing who? Mickey Mouse?
Mickey Mouse.
I would not think so. Because you're counting original voice actor, we're talking about the...
Yeah, we're talking about Whistleboy. With the bouncy animation and everything.
I doubt it.
Yeah.
It was Chili, I think?
Yeah.
I see. That explains a few things.
We love
Let Riptide.
Mickey Mouse has been voiced by 5 people.
Name them. Do it.
Walt Disney.
Walt Disney? Wow, really?
So the original voice actor was Walt Disney.
Yeah. This guy called Chris Diamantopoulos.
That's a name, dude.
Yeah.
Chris, say it again. Say it again, but like all together.
Chris Diamantopoulos.
All right. There you go.
All right. You know what? Fluffy number 5.
Wayne
Not
Allwine.
quite, dude. Not quite.
Wayne what?
Allwine.
All wine, as in like ALL wine.
Yeah.
As in glug glug.
Yeah.
Just me holding the stick.
Exactly.
Like.
Brett Iwin.
Brett Iwin.
Yeah. And
everybody on
Les
Facebook,
Perkins.
ready for a mass message?
Yep. Bot info pulled up by AFD. What was the last one?
Les Perkins.
Les Perkins.
Perkins.
Les Perkins.
Actually, yeah. Okay.
With a joke. Multiple jokes in that.
Oh boy.
Okay. My stream, maybe. My stream.
Your stream, maybe?
My stream, maybe.
Well, with the jokes in it.
I don't know. Riptide. Riptide, maybe.
What? I was on that. What?
Jokes on his stream, maybe.
Jokes on my stream that I might be able to say. Riptide, huh? So Riptide almost got me banned last night, but that's something else.
No, what are you talking about? It's all good.
It's all good.
We can't talk about that here, though.
In case you're wondering if you're having your rep, don't panic. We're working on it. Read here in the details. Okay, so apparently there's some rep issues. Anyone DI members look into that?
Yeah, if you look at your rep, it says 0, and a couple hours ago I had 1,002, so you know.
I had 1,300.
What if they reset it all? Legit. What if they reset it all?
Oh, rip silent if they would have done that.
Dude, he nearly
got 1,000, dude.
He just tipped over 2,000.
Yeah,
he got 1,000 in a month, right?
Yeah,
he's gonna commit. No,
commit.
No.
Don't commit. Don't commit.
No, you're not allowed to commit.
Commit the.
I'm going to commit to the shore side.
Okay, so they've been running a D&D campaign over in D3. It's open to basically everybody as long as you're not a jerk. So
it is actually okay. I want to announce something on that one because some people who are watching are the people who are active in chat now, Cat, Shep, and Silent. They're actually all in it already. But I'm restructuring a lot of it, and anybody who's watching is welcome to come join. Just shoot a message to shoot a message to Abs or get a hold of me on Discord. I can actually put him in chat as well.
I may join.
Yeah. But I'm gonna be restructuring the campaigns we're running and everything because I am the DM. You can shoot a message to me there, and we'll get you set up and everything. But I'm gonna be using different campaigns and everything. One of our campaigns is already full, and the other two need 2 people so far. So,
yeah,
I'm gonna be restructuring those and just reworking them because we just had too many people to run what we were trying to run.
Yeah.
I was putting some thought into it today, and I was just like. It's like 10 people for one campaign. That's so much. That's literally like 30-minute long fights. And
hey, Abs, I'm gonna actually hit you.
I can't.
You're gonna hit me?
I can hear your chair squeaking.
What's it like, Riptide, huh?
I can play that game. I can play that game, buddy.
One of the best part, I can mute you. And it won't show up on the stream.
Guys, I can't play that game.
Damn.
Y'all ever heard my chair? No.
No, mine is worse.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But yeah. What basically happened in the stream though is that Chili kept hitting on the blacksmith who was an orc, a green orc, that sounded like Kermit. And it got uncomfortable for everybody. There was a restraining order filed.
To get in Kermit's pants.
It was some. It's just okay. This is gonna be a slightly British joke.
I'm not kidding.
Several
times
no,
over.
I have a joke for this. Wait, I have a joke for this. It's a British joke, in fact, because it uses their slang. I had specifically in case Bang ever got around, but it's amazing that when you have Kermit in front of you, you still seem like more of the Muppet. And there you go.
Oh my god.
And there you go. Save that specifically for any EU audience. There you go.
In the EU audience at 7:40 Eastern.
Yeah.
Jackal is a top rapper now.
He's a top. Makes sense. Yeah. It was all planned, man. It was all planned.
No one can pass.
No one can pass the leader. Representing EU audience here. Hey, did you hear the dragon? Did you hear the dragon joke? Did you hear the Kermit joke? There we go. Rigged. Oof.
Going to Kermit.
Kermit.
Okay, can we really stop chair squeaking though?
Yeah.
I can hear it on the stream.
Oh no, it can't.
Yeah.
Aw. Alright.
Yeah, you've been doing that for what, 30 minutes?
Yeah, you've been doing it for like past couple minutes. So be here till 9 a.m. Jesus, silent dude. I'm not keeping it going for that long.
Yeah, silence a machine.
Yeah.
Silence doesn't stop.
Madness. Legally not allowed to complain about loud chairs.
I just imagine there was a loud chairs union filled with sentient chairs that were all very loud and talking, and that's what it was really meant for, but it was brought into draft so that any chairs that made sound would not be able to get legally pledged.
Okay. Fair.
Hey dude, I got events to host. Oof. Relatable.
Yep.
Everyone knows that feeling.
Have at it, dude. Honestly,
have at it, dude. What?
Oh, dude.
Raw Dad.
Why is it DI's thing on the featured streams? DI.
I know, right? I just realized that.
I actually just realized.
Wait,
that.
really?
It's kind of funny. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's
like,
not on
okay,
there.
Abs, if you go live, you get on.
Yeah,
the
I get on
featured.
this features pop.
If I go
What are the
live,
seconds?
which I can't because of my internet, I
Yeah.
get on the featured thing.
On a bot.
But if DI's stream goes
It
live,
doesn't. Honestly, I'm a
That's-
little
you know what?
impressed.
That's
I love
kind
how I
of
don't
that's
get on
actually
it.
great.
Stream Riptide. Apply for the thing.
Yeah, just ask.
I barely stream, but I edit. That's about it.
Oh yeah, it
Stream
features
to
great
edit.
jackals. That's funny
Yeah.
actually.
It's just jackals right now.
That's
Very
You
cool.
know what?
Wait, I wonder. Wait, is it under online? It's not even under online.
No, it's
I
not
think
even-
that
No.
might be
Well,
like
it might have just been. Like, it's probably just like a
Overseen.
offline, like you don't think of it, you know? 'cause
Yeah,
it's
you're
our
like,
stream.
yeah, it's like the community featured streams. What? Wait a second. But what if we like
What about
plug
ours?
ours, like the actual
Yeah.
one? Whoa,
that's fair,
whoa!
though.
Step
That's
back
fair.
there. Don't know about that one. Don't know about that one. I don't think so. Not gonna swing. Not gonna happen, man.
All right,
that'd be
boys.
rip.
It's just
Oh man, look at that 0 rep. I know I'm not compliant, guys. I'm not compliant. Oh no.
Oh yeah, we're going to get demoted.
Compliant.
Yeah.
Unacceptable.
Unacceptable. Oh dude, I was watching. Okay. So that reminds me. Okay, so adventure time, right? Adventure time.
Yeah.
You want to remember like the Adventure Time like Hot Topic craze that went on for a bit? Like it was just flooding Hot
Adventure Time-
Topic.
Yes.
And like all the emo
Yes.
kids who were wearing like Gur stuff and like the black and white and the purples and all those sort of punk goth clothing suddenly started wearing Adventure Time stuff. But did that happen for anybody
What
else?
happened to everybody
What?
wearing like Earth stuff? By the way, like they,
I mean, to
that
be
is
fair,
come-
it kind of, I don't know. I think that kind of died.
It's
'cause
old.
A lot
I
of
guess
people that
it's
wore
kinda
Gur
old
stuff,
now.
I was like, don't talk to me because you're acting like Gur and you think that a personality trait rather than
You
a
think
thing.
that's actually like,
So like, if you could just
I would
like
agree with that one.
not,
Gur
that'd be
is the best
great.
character. I agree. Gur is like a wonderful character. Like, just if you're a human,
Drop to an issue because of no
Oh,
rep.
sure.
Oh god, silent. I'd lose my mind. I would cry so fast.
I'm sure
That would suck.
it would get fixed. We'd have like maybe a day's issue on it, but
So many people
it
would
would
leave.
get fixed.
Yeah.
So many people would get
What are you
really
doing,
frustrated,
Rip?
but like that's
What?
okay.
What are you doing?
I'm getting really hungry.
Yeah.
Why
I'm just
wouldn't you
waiting.
eat throughout the thing?
Just chaw down, dude.
I feel like that's weird.
We've
but
been on
okay.
this segment for like 30 minutes called the
Yeah,
info
basically.
dump.
It's just info dump. We do it.
Because you're going to hear this chip bag.
We do what we want.
During the info dump. It's called the dump because we're trash.
Wow. Wow.
Not wrong with that.
All right.
Yeah.
I
trash
haven't even used
bug.
my get up and leave card today yet.
No, you haven't. I haven't used mine either.
Yeah,
We still have those. We still have our get up
We
and
do that at
card
the end of
leaves.
the episode,
Get up
we
and
can
card
get up
leaves.
and
Get up and
walk
card
off.
leaves. Get up and leave cards. There we go.
It took you like 7 tries when you got there.
Sip.
Oh wow.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow.
Burrito
Oh, wow.
good.
Burrito good.
Oh wow. I haven't even told you about.
Burrito good.
I think I ate this like a couple days ago too.
Dude, I want to hear it. Okay, so I've only had like 1 meal to cook within like the past 3 days. So I've eaten for like 5 or 6 times in a row. I've eaten this pasta, this semi-spaghetti. It's a tomato-based sauce. That's why we're calling it spaghetti with meat in it. But it's not really spaghetti. With macaroni noodles for like 5 or 6 meals in a row. So I don't want to hear about repeating meals being a bad thing. I'm just living, man. My insides aren't liking it, but I'm like, I don't want to go buy other food. So we're sitting here until this is done. So we just made a big old pot of it. Big old pot.
Dude, you saying that just made me realize all I've had to eat today is pizza. And I'm ordering more pizza.
You would. You would. Oh my God, Fluffy, you would.
I never said
you
I
would.
Italian approves.
Yeah.
Is that this or is that this? I can't remember. Is it 4 or 2? Is it 2 or is it 4?
Italian.
4?
Yeah, dude.
Oh. Wait, do you know what this is?
No, what is?
This.
No.
Like,
It's a dead Italian.
I was gonna say like Australian
Really?
Italian, but like it's okay.
Because the live one would be this.
Wow.
Wow. Silent.
Do any of you like pineapple on pizza?
Yeah, actually, like it's okay. Not
I like
Alright,
it.
I think it's time for me to go.
It's my everyone.
Yikes.
This is your get up and leave card. Go.
Yeah, this is your get up and leave card.
Damn.
Riptide, come play.
I'll come play D&D. I'll go play
You should
D&D.
come play D&D.
Gordak will kill you.
You know, you're
Gordak already
in
killed
the
one of our characters.
You're
One of our
already in
characters
the
already killed
I3
those
server.
characters.
Um,
You already hang out there like
So,
a good percentage of the time. Fluffy is a heathen.
that's
No, I enjoy pineapple pizza. It's actually my go-to pizza. It's pineapple Canadian bacon with bacon. Great.
It's not okay. It's not my two. It's just like. I
Can
don't know, it's
Gordak kill
alright.
me? I don't know whether to call that a mood or not.
boy.
You're both heathens? No.
Those heathens?
We're
that's-
prolific.
people can-
Thanks.
People
Throws
can
for
have their
different.
preference. Okay.
Gorthro throws for defense. Okay, so for preference. Yeah, for preference sake. I really love just really stupid D&D stories. So, and one happened out last session. I spent last week, technically last week. But last session, where Gordak threw one of the other new party members a whole 26 miles. Was it kilometers or was it miles? Fluffy.
What?
Was Gordak, did he throw him 26 miles or 20?
Miles.
Yeah. 26 miles
Gordak.
away from the party.
Gordak.
Gordak.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Doc. Sorry. Excuse me. My bad. I
Yeah.
do apologize. Gordak.
Gordak.
But
I'll
he
throw
threw
you.
Yeah,
hit
Cat-
one of the other party
Cat was the
members
party
26
member.
miles. And just,
Cat.
the best part, it was because Cat was knocked out, one, and also away in the bathroom at the time, so we couldn't protest. So he was just
He was knocked
thrown.
Out, so like there was no
26
ability
miles.
checks, nothing. It was just like you're getting yeeted, bud.
And yoided.
All that happened. It was
There you
fun.
go.
It was great.
There goes,
Quality.
there goes our the new monk.
We would have liked to see him protest.
He was getting ice
Would
cream.
not have had a strength to, protest.
Imagine Dwayne the Rock Johnson, because that's a behemoth of a man, going up to Kevin Hart and Kevin Hart saying, "Don't
That's
throw
exactly
me,"
what I was gonna.
and
Yeah.
that's it.
That's how it would have been.
That's it. That's how it plays out.
'Cause,
Exactly how you imagine that.
Let's just describe Gordak.
That's
a little
beautiful.
bit. He's a 10
Roll into a whole new campaign.
5-ton.
5-ton
Like that.
orc.
Yup.
Yeah.
Big boy. A big.
Comparatively,
boy.
throwing a average size.
160 to 100. Well, since he's a monk, more around 150 to 165
Yeah.
due to dieting and stuff like that.
So, hey, I probably got his race wrong. You weren't a human, were you?
Was he human or was he an elf? I think he
I
was
don't
human.
know.
I think he was human. Quarter orc.
Yeah, that's
giant,
50% giant, 25%
and misery.
orc, 25%
Oh my god.
Misery. Nice.
Mis-
6'6". Mobby is like
Mystery.
6'6". Oh.
Okay, he's 6'6", but
So more around like
the orc's
165
still
to
got,
175.
4 foot on you. the orc giant human. Orc giant
So yeah,
mystery. My
big
bad.
boy. I want to see you next to Gord. I want to see you next to
Who's
Gordak.
next?
Who's?
Gordak, yeah.
One of the other
Useless.
characters? Oh,
Useless.
useless. I mean, I'd love to see Fluffy next. Fluffy. I'd love to see Fluffy next to Gordok.
I don't know how. Wait. I gotta check. I can check how tall Oozlas is.
I made him 6'6" and like 225. All monk muscle. All right. Billy's guy. Yep.
So
Useless. Yeah. D&D's been fun to go back into, along with Minecraft and everything else been going on in D3.
Yeah, that's.
Never played D&D, but I really want to play D&D.
It's really fun, honestly.
Yeah.
Especially because if you have other people set up your stuff for you, you literally just go up there, show up for one night, and it's all done.
Hey, sandbox.
Oozlas is
Your
4
sandbox,
foot,
oh my
so
God.
he's actually taller than me.
Play D&D.
Shorter than me.
Isn't he 4'3"?
Shorter than me,
Oh.
not taller than me.
Community well. I mean, we have a C3 for that. To be fair, we have... Everyone hangs out in D3. Like, a lot of people come to hang out in D3.
Yeah, we just want to chill. Like, that's all we want to do, you know? Yeah, I think we're like...
Community Division 6. Oh, nice one. We're in Overwatch. We're a competitive Overwatch 2-1, by the way.
Yeah,
just so we're clear.
Actually, like, we have tournament teams and everything that are active.
A lot of them, in fact. So,
yeah.
we are actually a very active division for Overwatch. We just happen to also have players that...
that don't want to also play Overwatch.
Yeah, but like you don't want to play Overwatch all the time. You're gonna burn yourself out.
Yeah, and when you already have
when
you already have at least 3 practices a week, and then
and
also OG
matches.
matches a week that can last anywhere from an hour to 2 hours, and you're required to do that. Of course, we're gonna say, yeah, you don't have to play it 100% of the time. You're gonna burn yourself out. You're gonna hate it.
Yeah.
We're not gonna make you.
In Dota, we do like 3 hours training. I know one of my teams.
Yeah, but Dota's also like a 4-hour game.
An hour game.
Yeah, so that's so much longer than Overwatch though.
Plus, Dota's a lot less frustrating.
20, it can go from just 20 minutes, or I've seen people end at 10 minutes, to people not ending the game until like 4 hours in.
Yeah, so you guys have a little more variety. Ours is more just like Overwatch can be frustrating, like a very frustrating meta.
Honestly, Overwatch is just frustrating.
Give people breaks, give them relief, make sure that they're actually happy in what they're doing.
Yep.
By not smothering them.
With anything. I got pinged on the server.
Very cool.
Burrito good.
Burrito good? Burrito good. What kind of burrito? Minecraft?
A Minecraft burrito.
Minecraft burrito? I see you got some grains in there, you got some wheat. Got some wheat. Wheat.
That's a tortilla. That's a tortilla.
That's a tortilla. Got it. Got it. Got beef in there. Got beef in there.
You mean?
I got chicken.
And I love how Riptide's lighting is very dim, so it does in fact kind of look like he's in a basement. Plus where he is in relation to Abs and Fluffy. Man, almost like I wanted him in the basement or something.
That's just where we keep him. Yeah.
I mean, he's the guy's editor. Where else do you think he actually? In this, because I think we've explained this before, that this is all studio in reality. My bedroom here is actually the fake one, because I had to move in here because Todd.
Yeah.
Because Todd, took over my last one. So this is actually just the DI studio, smile.
Yeah, we set up our backgrounds just like our houses.
Yeah, make it more comfortable. And of course we have Riptide. This is actually just Riptide's base. This is the basement of the... We don't actually know where. There's like 6 staircases. We don't really know where it goes. It gets really hot though, for some reason.
I'll be moving down.
We hear some like chanting every once in a while. It's really weird.
Yeah, it is.
Has Big Boss Todd been defeated? Todd ruins over all. There's no way I'm ever beating that moth.
This is why I need people to bring my food.
It's actually deliveries.
This is why people crawl to bring your food.
That's why we couldn't see the person actually go through the door earlier. It wasn't actually a person. It was just the hand prop we hand to whatever else is down there to hand to him.
We just push it in.
Usually he has a slot in the bottom of the door, which will open, but
we didn't want to, for formality's sake, though, for you guys watching, we didn't want to put you through that.
We've also been remodeling.
A little bit. Yeah. Got the like HR complaints or something like that. It was really weird. Like FDA approves. I don't know, man. It was weird.
Something about the CDA.
I heard I'm being moved.
Something about what was it? Worker safety. I don't know. It was really weird. It was a really weird word. Nothing, basement dweller.
That's why I need to have a bed in the same room, because I can't leave this room.
Got it. Yep, that's actually the truth. We have to
there's a bucket in the corner.
We actually have some UV lights paying into there, so he gets that nice little tan. So we put him on camera. He doesn't look so unhealthy.
Yeah.
We just make the lights dim.
We just make lights dim every other time of the day, though.
Yeah.
Mandatory sunbathing. you know, control aspects of his life. It's great. Oh,
the rest
hard
of it just
Kappa.
works. That's it.
That's a
The
joke.
only son I see.
Any illegal bodies watching
Obviously.
this? That's a
Obviously,
joke.
all
I am
joke
joking.
Because, Abs isn't over
For
here.
court record,
I'm-
this is not true.
No.
For court record.
The Todd part's true. Though.
So it's
The
not
moth
the
took over his
yeah,
dad's
the
house.
moth literally did. But
Yeah.
for the sake of John Mulaney's good point of always make sure that you're not gonna have this brought up in court when you're talking on messages or on live comedy. This is all a joke. Please don't bring me to court. There you go.
Please.
No court, please. Simply hate that case.
It's okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
Important.
Cordant. Cordant.
Important with the.
What if
Ugh.
the judge said T and you just said cordons?
Cordant. You're guilty. Objection.
Important.
Cordant. Oh, dang. I didn't think you knew about that. Oh, he has to leave now. What? No. No, but I made this entire case against him. He said cordant. Can't do anything about it.
He took my family. He said cordon.
He said cordant, dude.
Important.
He was a murderer. Cordant. I can't do anything, man. Cordant. Cordant.
Important.
Cordon.
Cordant.
Little known rule.
Cordant.
Cordon is the way to win all cases.
But,
It's the best way to become a best
where did
lawyer.
that come from?
It takes a
You-
lot of studying, a
cordons.
lot of everything.
Yep. You have to know the exact way to pronounce cordant, which is court int. And if you say it even slightly wrong, it is
Cordant.
automatically void, and you lose your case by default, and that's why lawyers don't actually do it. There. In case anyone's wondering about
Afraid
that,
of the pronunciation. Yep.
they can't do it, or else they'll lose the case automatically. Can't do that, you know?
Especially American. ones.
Especially American,
We're
it's very
bad
tough.
with the pronunciation.
Mm-hmm. It's tough.
Obviously, as you could tell from my past sentence.
Pronounce better.
Important.
Cordant. Yeah, that's why you never hear cordant,
Just
everybody.
talking about cordant.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, honestly, does.
But, wait until like 2 minutes left before I end it. Is this the Krusty Krab? No, this is Patrick.
No, this is the info.
Nope.
bit, otherwise known as tip.
Just the tip.
This is Patrick.
I just noticed something in our logo that I didn't notice before. The I isn't
What?
capitalized.
Not capitalized.
I never noticed that.
Yeah.
This is the info pot
This is the info pit. This is the info dump.
with special guest Riptide. Our info dump, aka
Us talking for
Us talking for
an
too
hour
long.
today.
because for
I'm
some
eating.
reason news went by quick. May just make this into an hour
It's
and a
just
half
like-
show instead. Honestly, at this
Lord.
point we've been running an hour and a half and we've just been filling. There's a piece for you and me. No, we were running for 2 hours, but we were done with all the topics and had like minutes to spare by the hour and a half before the hour and a half mark. So
A lot of minutes.
Yeah.
we'll look into that. Let's be honest, we
we
kind
should
of
keep it as a
going.
2 hour. We just kind of like, I don't know. Today we didn't extend the episode, or we didn't extend the topics, that kind of thing, you know?
Yeah, I mean we talked a lot about them, but it was all just
We did.
Still
We
gets
didn't
uploaded.
extend it, extend it.
still gets uploaded. Rip.
Yeah, it still gets uploaded.
Hey Riptide, we got like 2 minutes left. You wanna drop what YouTube is for damage?
Good job.
Good job, good plug.
I know, right?
There's a card below for the YouTube.
There is. There is a card below.
Wow, great at this, did. So far so good.
I need to remember what
Just
is
a
it.
card for our Discord, our Facebook, our schedule, our Twitter, to donate, and our YouTube,
Hey.
and Metal.tv, and our mouse, Spectre 1, built for esports.
Ah, you can't post a link.
Okay. Never mind, it got deleted. I just saw it.
Nice.
Let's say, yeah, no, you can't.
Don't worry. If you're interested, you can click in the links below. That is the solid blocks. Those blocks, if you click any of them, it'll bring you to that respective page. There you go. But I'll go ahead and wrap it up here, Fluffy, if you will.
That's. I'm pretty sure that's not the right thing. Does that work? Oh wow, it does
Wait.
work.
I was gonna say, I literally just clicked I copy pasted from the box.
Nice.
That would have worked before. When did that get fixed?
Dude, that's strange.
I'm not joking. That custom URL wasn't working before.
I thought that worked like forever, so I don't know, dude.
I kind of.
It only worked with like a /C thing. And now I'm just like, what?
All right, Flippy, you want to lead us off?
Wanna lead us off? Yeah, sure. I'll do the sellout stuff today. But
We
As always, at the end of every episode, we always want to thank everybody who, allows us to do this kind of thing. Actually, including our basement editor, Riptide, for putting us on the YouTube as well.
Big. But
but also thanking the entire.
I can barely
team,
turn.
Helping get this. Well, yeah, but it also squeaks a lot, so that's fine.
I mean, if I try turning,
I want to thank DI for
space is
actually
too
giving us
small.
this forum to set everything up on. Obviously, thank you everybody who donated bits today. Aries, big pog, dude. Honestly, just like last stream, getting a ton of the bits thrown in today. Chat for being active. We wouldn't be able to do this stuff if you guys weren't, here. What's a show without viewers? Honestly.
People screaming into a mic.
Basically. Yeah, just like that. Well,
Yeah.
not exactly like that. Some just
Kind of like that.
Kind of like that. Yeah. And of course, thank you guys as well for coming around. And if you want any more of Absolute or of me, don't know why you would. I'm trying to find the links real quick. Wasn't ready for this. Give me a second.
Wow. Stalling with airspace.
It's
Creating
Fluffy
random
really
dialogue
wants
to fill
nachos.
time.
I know.
Hey man,
I
give him
know,
some
I
nachos,
know.
Rip. Come on.
But you can
These
get
aren't nachos.
more
These are just
of
chips.
myself and Abs on Twitter at those two tags right there. And yes, my Twitter is Fluffy the Bot. Yes, I changed it while on episode 5 or 6 actually,
5, I think.
because we were talking about how it shouldn't be what it was.
Don't remember.
So changed to Fluffy the Bot. Don't remember either. And you get some more of Absolute on what days do you stream, Abs?
Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays.
And Riptide, where can they find more of you at?
Twitch probably when I'm editing, maybe.
What's your Twitch channel, you forehead?
Yeah, what's your Twitch?
Riptide_VBX. Like, boom.
Okay.
Follow
just
that.
Yeah.
Good job, bud. Good job.
All right.
DI's YouTube.
YouTube.
And
that
of
too.
course, DI's YouTube as well. You can see a lot of Rip's work there. You can also see a lot of the community's work putting up on the YouTube. Trying our best to improve what quality we've got on there, and actually getting some quality stuff up, making sure everybody enjoys what we got.
But one
as
last thank you.
always-
One last thank you to, of course, DI for letting us do all this on the channel. Always does happen to help to have people around and for you guys providing all the things we need for this. We really do appreciate it. Rip is just jamming out apparently.
Yeah,
But
I'm listening
one
to
last
stream
thank you
music.
to most people of all, most important people of all, you guys. Just thank you so much. And until next time, bye. Rip, this is where you wave.
See ya.
Bye.
Take me to Neverland.